Hi, everybody. What's up? Let me see who's here on a Saturday. Yeah. Oh, I got two people. What's up? What's up, everyone? Today is Saturday. Hey, teacher. What's up? Hey, Gab. How you doing? I've been meaning, Hazy. I've been meaning to do this video for the longest. I'm like, I need to talk about this B Simone thing. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. So today, what's on the menu? I know you are, Kevin. Today, what's on the menu, child? Hey, today what's on the menu? We are doing we have to talk about B Simone and her friend Megan. I want to talk about that part. And then hopefully we could get to the yeah, we'll talk about the sisterhood. They were so toxic. And I really think, I don't know, I just felt like all of this comes down to I think Black women just have too much pride. Too much pride, too much ego. Because a lot of this stuff could be faked by somebody just saying, I apologize. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. If I didn't see you, I'm sorry. It's just like people just don't want to apologize. So it just gets bigger and bigger and more toxic and more toxic. But I'm like, y'all just need to learn to say sorry. Just apologize. They do so much harm. Hey, Gigi, do so much harm just because you don't want to say, you know what, I apologize. My bad. I'm really, hey, Chris, I'm sorry if I didn't see you. Because I'm like, did anybody die? Hey, Ninja, like, did anybody die? Like, what's the problem? Like, did anybody die? Did somebody's child get abused? Did something really, really serious happen? No, just foolishness. Hey, guys, I'm like, it's just foolishness. Why can't you not just say, you know what? I apologize. My bad. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard for people to say sorry. And at the same time, it's like double O. A man needs to be more emotional. A man has to handle you with care. A man has to be gentle with me. But like, hey, but when y'all handle each other as women, you don't deliver on these promises yourself, right? Like the way y'all treat each other is like, why would a man treat you any better? Like I'm like, you mishandle each other's soul like every single day. Like, I don't know, it's just very bizarre. So we're gonna start with B Simone and Megan. Okay, and the way we'll do it is we'll play the last podcast because B Simone and her best friend, I guess her ex-best friend or whatever, Megan, they did a last episode to kind of close off their podcast, but then they turned around and deleted the podcast. No, I'm telling you, like, stoicism is where it's at. And these are all people who talk about they're Christian and the Jesus and the Bible and the Quran, and you know what I mean? They're so religious, but it's so hard for them to say sorry. Like, isn't that crazy? You love Jesus so much, but you can't say sorry to someone. You love Jesus so much, but you can't fix it. You know what I mean? That's why, like, unless you're talking about cases of like extreme violence and things like that, I have a hard time with people who are like divorced. Forgiveness part of you being a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't give. People really struggle with forgiveness. Oh, really, Lonnie? Well, there you go. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna try to do a lot of live because y'all know today this is my last month, and then I go into labor. But I'm like, this is crazy. Oh, Jesus and the Jesus and the Jesus and they talk about Jesus so much, and they have the hardest time saying sorry. And I'm like, I've come to recognize that Christianity is a way for people with bad character, people with incredible egos, people with horns, people with pride to try to sell themselves to other people as religious, as spiritual, as divine, blah, 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 blah. Because if you are truly a follower of Christ, you should not struggle with apologizing to people. You should not struggle, especially if you used to call someone a best friend. You understand? If you used to call someone a best friend and you can't bring yourself to say, even if you don't think you're wrong. Hey, Abby, even if you don't think you're wrong, you should be able to say, like, you know what? I'm sorry. You understand me? Right? You should be able to have empathy. I was sitting there today too, and I was thinking about Oprah and Monique, right? And I was like, it's so crazy how throughout, hey, Lacey, it's so crazy how, like, through the ages, the decades, Oprah never had a problem apologizing to white people. Okay? Even the guy who wrote the book, Million Little Pieces, and he lied because he said it was an autobiography about his drug addiction and how he overcame his drug addiction. The whole thing was a lie. He lied. He took advantage of Oprah. He defrauded Oprah, her audience. He used her to get rich because that book sold. Like, he was on the #1 best-selling list. Hey, no, for so long. And when Oprah found out everything was a lie, she called the man. She called him James Fryer. Is that his name? She called the man and she berated him because she was so upset. Like, how can you lie like this? So the lady who's the white woman that's the CEO of OWN, she told Oprah she had to apologize to the white man because she hurt his feelings. So then Oprah called him. Okay. Oprah called him and she apologized to him. And she didn't just apologize to him. She cried. Okay. She actually cried. And I'm like, how can you cry? Let me see if I can find a picture. Like, hold on. Okay. And I was like, how can you cry when this man defrauded you? Like, he came on your show with the intent to scam. He wanted to scam. And like many white people, they have no respect for what a black person has built anyways. So he was quite comfortable because he didn't go to Dave Letterman. He didn't go to whoever, what's his name with the chin? What's his name? The guy who, like, with the long chin that had nighttime, there are plenty of white people that have platforms. Why don't you go over there and scam with those white people? Right? But you come to a black woman's platform, hey, Fallon, and you proceed to scam. So Oprah's over here crying to this white man. I'm like, why are you crying to this white man? Jay Leno, yes. Why don't you go to Jay Leno? Why don't you go to Letterman? There are all these white people that have shows. Ricky Lake, okay? All them people. Hey, Janet, why don't you go there and lie to these white people? Why don't you misuse these white people, their trust in their audience? Why do you come to a black woman and take advantage of what she built? Because a lot of white people don't have respect for black people. So then Oprah starts crying. She apologized to him. Oh, I'm sorry for the way I went about it. I'm sorry because I hurt your feelings. Imagine apologizing to a white man because his feelings got hurt because he scammed you. I wish somebody would make me apologize over my dead ancestors. Okay? You are a fraud. You're a con man. Okay? It's like, who are you that people can't yell at you because you're a white person? Get out of here with that. Okay, so she cries. She was crying. She was all up in her. She was like in tears. But I'm like, but when it comes to you and Monique, though, you can't apologize to her. Like, even if I think, like, okay, sometimes, like, Auntie Monique, she'd be a little too much. Right? But it's like, hold on. Even if we say, like, okay, she's a little too much. But my thing is, just like we were saying yesterday, like we were sitting here watching everything with, like, Priscilla and BTaylor, right? But my thing is, when you position yourself as a black woman and you say to people, oh, my brand is, I'm a black woman, I'm from the South, I was molested, everything you've been through, etc., 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 right? So these black women who are watching you, it resonates with them. It resonates with them. And then you become like a model, like you become a superhero, you become a role model, you become like aspirational, like they truly look up to you, right? And so it's like, Monique, she really looked up to you. And that's what they say, like, never meet your idols, I guess. But you hurt her. You might not think you hurt her. You might think she's dramatic. You might think she's excessive. But it's like, if somebody's been upset at you for over 20 years and she won't be quiet about it, obviously she's really hurt. Right? What is it to you for somebody who does like Soul Sunday, Super Soul Sunday, right? You're always into, find your inner self, Find your inner self, super soul, super soul. You do all this. So, and they see another Aquarius, just like Priscilla, another Aquarius. Okay. Just like Princella. You tell these women that you're there for them. You're about empowerment. You're about this. You create movies like The Color Purple. Okay. And you know, Color Purple was written by who? An Aquarius. Okay. Who wrote The Color Purple, y'all? Okay. Alice Walker. Aquarius. Okay. I was like, there's something about these people, Jab. Okay. There is something. Okay. Here she is. The metaphysic. I swear, these air signs are a little too much sometimes. Okay. So here you have this other Aquarius. Okay. Alice Walker, who writes The Color Purple, and like all the black men there are like crazy. Okay. These black women are like pretty much like left to themselves and being abused or whatever. Right. But I'm like, you make all these movies. Black men are bad. We have to stick together. Okay. Find your soul. Find your voice. Your divine feminine. Wump, 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 wump. Right. And then now somebody tells you, another black woman says, well, you know, you hurt me. You hurt me. You hurt me really badly. And you can't even bring yourself to say, you know, I don't think I really did, or I don't think it was that bad. But if you feel like I've hurt you, I'm sorry. Well, I'm like, why can't you release this woman from the pain she's going through? It costs you nothing. It truly costs you nothing. Right? It costs you nothing to say, Monique, in my head, it wasn't that bad. Right? But it's like you've been going on and on and on for the past 20 years. Girl, I didn't know it was that serious. I'm sorry. I apologize. Do you want to come over? Let's eat. Let's cook. Let's talk about it. You got that big ass house with that big kitchen. Invite her over. Y'all both think. You both love food. That's one thing y'all got in common. Invite her over. Y'all can cook. Put the big knives away, though. Put the big knives away. But y'all can cook. Y'all can talk. As black women, you know, dark-skinned black women that you've been molested. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. She's been through a lot. Oh, hey, Diana, of course, you're a billionaire. But Monique, she's also very successful. Coming out of Baltimore, everything she's been able to accomplish. You also, you know, coming out of Mississippi, everything you've been able to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can really come down as like sisters and be like, you know, I didn't really appreciate that you put my name out there like that. But maybe you felt like that was the only way for you to get my attention. You know, I wish you would have called me, but maybe I wish I would have heard you, because I don't think y'all were hearing each other. Hey, Super Gang, what's up? Right? Something there was a disconnect somewhere, right? Monique can also say, you know what, sis? Maybe I should have kept it between us. I'm sorry for putting you out there like that. You know, because we have different styles, and I think one thing I have, because even watching Priscilla yesterday, right? Priscilla's crazy. That crazy Aquarius. Aquarius, we can be a lot. We can really be a lot. Like even me, like we were watching Priscilla yesterday. I was like, you know, even me, it also helped me to look at myself, you know, because you have to do everything with humility, because nobody's perfect and nobody is incapable of hurting other people. But you know, one thing I have learned from my beautiful life as an Aquarius, we have a very weird detachment style. And the way we detach from people sometimes, it can be very hard on people. Because the thing about Aquarius, I have to confess myself, you know, because the Bible says, do not be judged unless ye be judged. So let me judge myself so that God don't have to judge me for this moment or for yesterday. Okay. But one thing I have noticed about Aquarius is that we can be really wrapped up in a person. Like you would think like, oh my gosh, like I'm everything to this person. And then one day we wake up and we're just distant. You know, sometimes it could be because no, it is on Patreon. It is on Patreon. I took it down because when I played the YouTube about Mr. Pebbles and his fancy life with his white wife, it gave me a copyright. So when you have a copyright, whoever copyrights the video, they get to make money from the entire video. And I'm like, why? That's not fair. It's a 6-hour video, and then 5 minutes are copyright content. So I took it down so I could re-edit. But you don't have those issues on Patreon. So it's already on Patreon. Over here, I will put it back up. I just had to edit, reprocess it, and then re-upload. So whatever. So I should have played the audio from my phone. So I have noticed that, because some people are very attached. Some people get really attached. Like, oh my gosh, I really love Aquarius, because Aquarius too, I guess, like being a water bearer, you know what I'm saying? Being a water bearer, I think like we have this, you know what I'm saying? I think like being a water bearer, like, that, because that's what Aquarius is. I think it really makes it easy for us to understand other people. We can connect with people. We can understand other people. We can relate to other people. We can bond with other people. So I think like, people meet Aquarius and you're like, wow, like that really is my person. She understands me so well. I connect with her so well. And then, one day Aquarius just like backs away. Aquarius can just cut you off. Sometimes you did something, sometimes you didn't do anything. Want to be alone. And I told you guys this before. I was like, there are times like I really enjoy being by myself so much, I forget that I need to deal with the real world. I'm in the air. Such a great place. Okay. And that's why, if you notice, a lot of people who are Aquarius tend to be into like metaphysical stuff, esoteric stuff, spirituality stuff, anything that involves like you being stuck up there in the air and not coming down, right? We are really stuck up there. And I was like, and then one day I had to tell myself, like, Marlene, you have to make a conscious effort to be on this earth. And I was like, oh, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Because you forget, and so other people can really get hurt by that, because we detach very easily. We can be so into you today, and then tomorrow's like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I think like even with BTaylor, that's the thing that has her really messed up, because she doesn't understand how somebody who was so into her can wake up one day and act like they never met, right? And it hurts. You know what I'm saying? I get that. The same thing with like Oprah and Monique. I think, Monique's a Sagittarius, Oprah's an Aquarius, right? I can see how she doesn't get it. Like, what is wrong with this woman? You know what I'm saying? But it's like we truly have a weird detachment style. Like I, myself included. Okay, I try to be more aware about it. No, we really have a weird detachment style. Oh, and Pisces could be because Pisces is close to us. Especially if you're February Pisces, it could be part of what you do. But it's a real Aquarius thing. And you could be like, wow, like what happened? Sometimes nothing happened. Hey, femininity, sometimes nothing happened. It's just Aquarius being Aquarius, right? And we have another thing too. We do sometimes. We can be very obsessed with one thing, and then wake up one day and be completely indifferent. And that's why yesterday when I played the video about Jordana, she said Aquarius, they can give. It's like the Black Panther. Like they give so much energy to a thing, and then they're completely drained, because we have a hard time pacing ourselves too. We have a hard time pacing ourselves. Right? So I've come to recognize that. So I feel like maybe Oprah also, being an Aquarius, she also has that detachment style. She'll just ignore you. Like, it's like she'll be very indifferent. Right? And so if you're not aware, it can be really hurtful. And even for herself, right? She has to work on that, because you really hurt this lady. She's really hurt. And I think like I said, like part of leadership too is learning to take accountability. And sometimes you got to do what's for the better of the team. If Monique is still talking about this for 20 years, she's really hurting. You were able to apologize to this white man and a host of white people who have done awful things. You were able to take pictures with Jeffrey Epstein. Anytime there's a predator, you picture with that person. You understand? You've made a lot of mistakes too. So even if you're upset because Monique put your name out there like that, even if you're upset because she didn't do certain things the right way, you've also not done things the right way too. But at the end of the day, you are a bigger leader than she is. You have way more money than she does. Like, you are way more accomplished than her. So to whom much is given, much is required. You know, why you can't reach down to your sister and be like, you know what, sis, I'm sorry. You know, let's stop this. Like, it's enough, right? I wish you would have called me. I wish you would have, you know, waited for me to calm down. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really appreciate how you put that out there, but it is what it is. Like, let's stop this for now. It's too much. No, that's crazy to me, right? And it's the same thing. No, I don't really respect her because I feel like if to talk all the souls, the way she talks about spirituality and womanhood and empowerment and things like that, and to not be able to say sorry though, that's weird to me because it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. And you know what you did. And you know you hurt her. The white man, he really lied. He defrauded. So you have the right to be upset, but you found it in your heart to say sorry because you don't want to lose your white audience. And you don't want white people to see you as an angry black woman. Let white people see you as whatever they want you to see them as. Who are these white people anyways? Like, why do you put them on a pedestal? White people can see whatever you want to see. Like, they can, a white person can be like, oh, I think she's an angry black woman. Well, I think you're a genocidal freak. What else is next? Right? The same way you see me as something, I can see you as something too. White people also have a bad reputation. Hey, stay woke. Okay? So it's like, who are you to judge me? Go judge your ancestors. Okay? All right? Like, oh, I guess that's the thing. She don't want to be seen as an angry black woman to white people. But it's okay for you to be seen as a black woman who won't ask for forgiveness in the eyes of black people. Why is that okay? You know, you decided to have a brand about womanhood. You decided to have a brand about empowerment, spirituality, find your inner strength, etc., etc., etc. That's how you branded yourself. And because you branded yourself that way, a lot of women, they tapped into that message and they supported you. So now, if there's an issue with a sister, you have to honor what you stand for. You know what I'm saying? Because you owe more to yourself than you owe to Monique, right? But if she told you not to bring her family on the show, all this type of stuff that you did, the issue with Precious, I mean, there's so many things that happen, right? But ultimately, you have way more than her, right? What is it to you to say, sis, I apologize. Let's stop this, you know? And that's what I starting to recognize is a lot of black women put themselves in position to be leaders, bosses, women empowerment coaches, womp, 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 womp. But you don't realize that part of being a leader is also having the humility to say, I'm sorry. Because in the process of building something great, you will hurt people. Now you have like sins of omission and then you have sins of commission. You know, you might not realize that you're hurting someone. But when the person keeps talking about it back to back to back, the best thing you have to do is like, you know what, let's stop this. I apologize. Okay. How can we make this better? You know? Yeah. Because I'm like, to me, it's really mean. And it costs nothing to say, you know what, I'm sorry. Because if it was a white woman screaming like this, you would have handled that promptly. You know? So it's like, what does that say about you? Like, do you really believe all the crap you preach? And that to me is very bizarre. You know what I mean? How can you be you're so much into spirituality and the this and the chakras and this type of chakras and this, but you can't say sorry to someone? That's great. That's really crazy. That is, to me, that's really, really crazy. Yeah, Oprah's an Aquarius. You know, that Oprah's an Aquarius, Princella's an Aquarius, Alice Walker is an Aquarius. They can be very toxic sometimes, these people. You know, like, why don't you say sorry to people? So it's the same thing too. Like, now we're gonna go back to, I forgot which one is this. Okay, which one is it? So now we're gonna go over here to this one, right? And you have B Simone and Megan. And Megan too, she's constantly talking about Jesus and God and the Bible and Jesus and Jesus. And I'm like, but girl, do y'all miss this passage where the Bible says, if you haven't made peace with your brother or sister, do not come over here and pay your tithes, right? Child, I have a lot of tabs open because there's a lot of videos. So this is the last podcast they did together, but they went back and they deleted the podcast. So he has the footage. So I'm going to use his footage. Hold on, let me do this. And let me. Normally, he doesn't do a copyright thing. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna stop. I play the audio from my phone so I can avoid copyrighted.
I was watching it. I was like, damn, this is speaking to me right now. She was just saying your breaking point is your listening point. And I'm not saying I'm at a breaking point, but I am at an uncomfortable point with my best friend. Like a person that I feel is my person, the person that I feel is my life partner, a person that I feel like is going to be in my life until the day I die. I feel like you're either going to bury me or I'm going to bury you. I don't have any plans on ending this relationship, you know, but I feel like I'm at an uncomfortable point that we have to fight through. And she was saying your breaking point is your listening point. And that stuck to me so hard. Like, it's time to listen. If you're going through battles or uncomfortable feelings or confusion, or it's time to listen. This is a...
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We are giving you guys a breakdown. B, Simone, and Megan. You guys love the first one. I thought I'd go a little bit more deeper and express how this relationship, this friendship has broken down. And I believe that this will help a lot of people.
So hold on, this is not
the
the
first
first
attention,
one.
Then your friendship probably will stay intact as well, because
hold on, maybe this is a hold on, you guys. Hold
Expedia
on.
helps you find the right time to book.
What video was the first one?
With Stop Me, I can overdraft.
There are so many ads on YouTube. My goodness.
Install the Chime app today.
Well, you said I want to help. I just want
to focus on the purpose.
Yeah. Well,
which is no for sure.
Picking up pieces as they fall. When things just don't go the way that you plan.
It's a lot right now.
You know,
very much a lot right now.
I often feel like I'm just...
Megan and B Simone's situation is a very difficult situation. Hold on.
Hold on, you guys.
I want you to listen to this audio as well.
Yeah. And it's no. It's
come
like,
on trips with us. Come do this. No.
It's like, and we're talking about, you know, team or just people we bring into our circle, because we're friends of 20 years, but this is a business relationship now. And she worked behind the scenes for so long, and now it's the dopest shit in the world. Like, she ain't working for me. She's not behind the scenes. Like, our podcast is her shit. Like, her business. So us letting people into the circle is like
health. I just want
to focus on the purpose.
Yeah. Well,
which is no for sure.
Picking up pieces as they fall. When things just don't go the way that you plan.
It's a lot right now.
You know,
very much a lot right now.
I often feel like I'm just...
Megan and B Simone's situation is a very difficult situation. Hold on. I want you to listen to this audio as well.
And it's no. It's
come
like,
on trips with us. Come do this. No.
It's like, and we're talking about, you know, team or just people we bring into our circle, because we're friends of 20 years, but this is a business relationship now. And she worked behind the scenes for so long, and now it's the dopest shit in the world. We're 50-50. Like, we're partners. She ain't working for me. She's not behind the scenes. Like, our podcast is her shit. Like, her business. So us letting people into this circle is like, we just do it so quick, and everybody's not like us.
And we're a real family business. Like, we taking meetings with my children. Like, you know, it's, you can't just have access to us. That's not.
Stop! Literally, because she's always don't lick me, Braylon. In my ear, in my neck, my eyeball, my tip of my nose, do it like that. I'm doing graphic. You like this? For sure. Check this out. You like this? She's annoying. Those are things to each other. All right, ready? My turn. I take this one. What's something I don't want to tell you? It's a weird question. Pass.
When was the? Oh my god.
We kind of cry.
No. When was the last time you considered ending our relationship, and why didn't you? I've never considered that ending it, but I would say our last fight.
Our last fight was like, damn. But
so we never considered. I never instantly fixed it.
Yeah, it's never been a consideration ever. Not even when we went years without speaking. It was just time went by, and you just look up and you're like, I mean, I was mom, wife. You were starting your career. You were like, I was like, yeah. I don't have anybody in my life like that that I still have
right now, and I want to be sensitive to that.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid of how you're going to respond to me.
Yeah,
even when I'm saying that, because it still makes me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, that can make me uncomfortable, but I'm not saying I'm afraid of it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Little Blackbird 91. Listen, look, this situation, we're on part 3. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, I advise you to go and watch part 1 and part 2, because this is a continuation of part 3, part 1 and 2, and we're continuing the conversation once more again about avoidance. It's
To get started in data analytics, you don't need previous experience or a degree. The Google Data Analytics Certificate
Be very difficult. And because you guys see yourself as co-equals, this could be where you guys clash, and it can actually cause the business to falter as well. So it's not easy, right? It's not easy to have that situation going, but you can do it. So
You'll have to take accountability for how you experience life growing up. And I can understand how when I'm going through something and I can't, I don't make it easy.
Yeah, for sure.
I can understand how that is triggering for you.
Yeah.
And I need to be more aware of that just as much as I want you to be aware of me.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does. I think a lot of things that we talked about yesterday, last night, the other day, the first day made sense for me. You know, I think I'm still working through it, both working through it. And like I said, I don't know the name of that sermon. I'm about to look at it real quick so y'all can look at it. Break through the continuing to go the way we are. I could get there. We have to figure out whatever this conflict is and work through it. But really, truly, truly, truly listening to what God is saying in this moment, whether it's changing you, changing me, changing both of us. Both of us have to change. We both have to grow in Him. You know what I mean? But just me listening to Him and being more self-aware and getting my language, and like you said, not being fearful and expressing myself in the moment. I'm very aware of that. Like, I need to say something in the moment. But once again, fear.
Listen, expressing yourself is never easy for an avoidant. They do feel like sometimes, you know, having to, having to.
Hold on. Let me sure I went the right one. Y'all, sorry, this is so bizarre.
Thing, because I was watching it, I was like, damn, this is speaking to me right now. She was just saying your breaking point is your listening point. And I'm not saying I'm at a breaking point, but I am at an uncomfortable point with my best friend. The person that I feel is my person, the person that I feel is my life partner, a person that I feel like is going to be in my life until the day I die. I feel like you're either going to bury me or I'm going to bury you. I don't have any plans on ending this relationship, you know, but I feel like I'm at an uncomfortable point that we have to fight through. And she was saying your breaking point is your listening point. And that stuck to me so hard. Like, it's time to listen. If you're going through battles or uncomfortable feelings or confusion, or it's time to listen. This is a
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We are giving you guys a breakdown. B, Simone, and Megan. You guys love the first one, so I'll go a little bit more deeper and express how this relationship, this friendship, has broken down. And I believe into this video, right? What happened to Megan recently? Well, she went for a divorce. Let's just have a little listen to this. It's nothing too crazy. Just have a little listen.
Each other
for a very long time. It's just legally done now.
It's just legally done. So now
that is a
you know
good
what I mean?
Ass point.
But like sometimes it, you know,
it's like when it's legally done, y'all just made the decision yesterday.
Yeah, it's like, do you know how long of a process? First of all, not even just the legal that I could do a whole thing about that. Not even just that. The mental strength that you have to even come to that decision.
Lord.
Now, we don't need to go too deep in it because it's not that important. What is understanding here is that with B Simone and Megan has just gone through a divorce. And one of the hardest things about going through a divorce is it's emotionally tasking, it's draining, it's painful, and you know, it's not the nicest thing to go through. But the reality of the situation is, yeah, I hear you, but as an avoidant, this is not the time that you're going to come and do a consistent lean on me. No. One thing about avoidance is, and I can understand where B Simone is coming from, is you can lean on me. Oh, no, by all means, lean on me, okay, when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend.
But
Wayfair's
biggest sale of the year is here. Score up.
You know, I'm solution based, and sometimes
let's pause it right there first and foremost. Okay, I need to play the clip for you guys to understand what's happening. They're gonna have a conversation. So let me just make this clear context. They're having a conversation. We're not actually sure what the conversation is about. We just know that there's a heaviness in the relationship, the friendship they have. And B Simone is talking about the fact that she's more solution oriented. And this is what happens between anxious people and avoidant people. Avoidant people are not used to having to deliberate for hours on a situation. In fact, I just had to apologize to my sister today because I did the very same thing that B. Simone did, which is I gave a solution when I should have been listening. One of the hardest things for avoidance is to waste time. You are wasting time. I'm so sorry. Anxious people, you're wasting my time because you're going to talk about the situation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At this point, get an understanding. Get the answer. I've given it to you. Why are we discussing it again? And not just discussing it, we're discussing it in the same capacity. I told you already before. There's the answer. Move on. Right? That's how it feels like for us as avoidance when we're talking about these situations. The anxious person is like, what's calming their anxiety is the ability to have a safe space to speak about the issue. They're like, look, I want to be able to talk about the issue. I want to be able to tell you how I'm feeling. I want to be able to tell you that, this is what's going on in my head, right? I've gone through a divorce or I feel lonely. And the avoidance is like, I hear all that, but that's a lot of emotions right now. Like, what you going to, okay, so you're lonely. Okay, you feel like you ain't got no friends. What do we do about it? And that's where the avoidant loses it. He or she goes,
but I think I'm right now in this season, like the way we're carrying it isn't working for me.
There we go. Let's stop there. Okay, she was happy to carry whatever our good sis had for a season.
You might have to take it back for right now. I might have to go get my mind right and figure out a way to become stronger and come back and help you again. And if you're carrying it, we have to figure out a way to get it off of you, whether I'm helping you carry it or not. I think that was I'm not so much scared or upset about helping carry. Not saying that you need that or want that or ask for that, but I want to do that because I love you. Let me help you through this. But if I'm carrying and don't feel like we're getting to the finish line, we have to figure out a different way to carry. I'm not saying I won't help you carry it, but this technique isn't working for me, so I hope that made sense.
Yeah. I get it.
She can't carry it no more. She's tired. Listen, she's tired, okay? She reached her limit. And here's the one thing about avoidance too. We reach our limit.
I mean, I don't mind. I think it is what it is. I think that if I was afraid that, like, I think if our friendship was over, then it would be like, okay, let's not talk about it. Let's pretend that we're good, because a lot of people have podcasts and do that.
For sure.
I'm not afraid of any of that. I think that, but maybe I only, like, I feel like it was like fatigue. Like I've been, and it's like, well, you're fatigued because you are,
but that's doing that out of fear.
Because you feel like I need something from you, or I'm going to be disappointed if I don't. But I also sometimes feel
pause, right? I want to pause it here. The anxious person oftentimes too won't be honest, and avoidance too. We can just do it. Both avoidance and anxious people are not going to be honest. At this point, I'm tired of you. Right? All right? I'm tired of you. Okay? I just need you to just, you know what I'm saying to you? Just, both of them not telling the truth. Listen again.
Or not fear, but like, do you feel that because I would do that for you? Like when you were like, when you gave the desert analogy.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, could have brought the water, or should I go get the water? And that's going to make me late. And
This is being slow.
Do you do that because that's how I would think? Because because you know me, I'm like, what's the options? You know how I am. I'm thinking A through Z.
Right. Maybe.
And I'm like, well, I know that I'm that way.
Right.
I don't expect.
As you notice, what did she say? I'm a person that's going to think from A to Z. I want to cross all the T's. I want to dot all the I's. I'm a person that's going to think detail orientated.
You require that.
They're inwardly expect it from me, right? And that's where the frustration comes from, but for both avoidance and anxious people, because people are not telling the full truth, but they have these expectations of each other, right? I expect you to leave me alone, give me some space, and I expect you. It's personal.
don't expect you to be that way.
Right. But I think you require that.
There we go.
You get what I'm saying? When people show up for you in that way, it works better for you.
Come on.
In what way?
I think that for you, that is a better friend for you.
That
show up in that way. The way that I've been trying to always there. Just show up. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, thinking forward thinker. Having all your ducks in a row, crossing your T's, dotting your I's. You know, you do think that way, but I think you also appreciate a friend that shows up in that way.
Yeah, I think I appreciate it. But
there we go. No, don't skip it, sis. Don't skip it. Don't skip it, sis. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Don't skip it. Because what you're gonna do, you're gonna try to cover it up. There's no need to cover it up. It is how you think. And it's not
it lets you down.
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced AI.
And then you expect it. See, we can change all the words we want, but even if you don't say you expect it, it doesn't make a difference. What do you actually feel? When the person doesn't when a person doesn't behave the exact same way an anxious person would behave, they do feel some way because they feel like
I'm saying that's obviously, or not obviously, that's not my intent. I think that I struggle sometimes with feeling like I considered you in that way. Did you consider me in that way? I think that's my thing.
There we go. There we go. She gonna have you sliding down a wall. She gonna have you sliding down a wall. She gonna have you sliding down a wall. And the reason why you're gonna slide down the wall is because she's going to put an expectation on you. And she said at the beginning, you heard it yourself. I don't have an expectation of you. I don't have an expectation of you. I don't expect you to behave like I do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's why we're beefing right now, right? Yes, we do. And I'm not saying the avoidance innocent. They're not. When we're not innocent, we are a part of
my mind, but it's also not my expectation. But I'm thinking, like, did you think about that? Because I know for you, like, your love language is words of affirmation, right? Or I also think acts of service can be part of your love language as well. So, like, when you're down, I'm like, okay, I know she likes this. I know she would want to do that. Or it's like, you don't have to ask that of me. So then for me, I'm like, I wonder if I'm ever considered in the same way. And not.
Now let's pause it right there. The anxious person, and this is where it's going to get frustrating. The anxious person has learned everything about you. You know why? To relieve your anxiety.
Of all of my flaws and fuck ups, I'm a giving person.
Right.
Not just of things, but of my time and of myself. Right. I know that I do those things because I love people, but I also do it because it makes me feel good and because it's who I am. Right. I know that at my best, it's impactful. At my best. And I also know at my worst, it's impactful.
Right.
I feel like just as much as you love me is as much as you're going to hate me. It's very hard to have this with me. I am working to find this.
I want to speak out to the last point. My last point before I got to go, I'm ahead of my curve a little bit, but I don't want to go over 40 minutes. So this is the last point. I want to focus on this last point and we're going to jump off.
In our relationship, like, I don't ever do anything because I'm afraid of you or I'm afraid of how you're going to respond. Doesn't mean that it's not uncomfortable for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're moody, it's uncomfortable for me. And I feel like it's my responsibility to get you out of that. And sometimes it's not my.
Pause. That's what, did you see what's happening? It's tiny. But listen, I'm going to replay this a little bit. Listen.
Responsibility. But I think because I've learned you, I know how to help offset that.
But the thing that is so crazy, I don't think I keep. Sorry, I'm not talking because I want y'all to kind of like have the end of the podcast experience. But the thing that is so weird for me, that was so weird for me. Megan is married. I mean, now she's divorced, but at that time she's married. And I'm like, look at how much energy she gives to B Simone. Like, you would think they were in a relationship, like they were lovers, you know? And I'm like, this is very bizarre. This is so bizarre. And I feel like, and this is why sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like, I do know, sometimes I do feel like women who are married should focus a bit more on their marriage than their relationships with their girlfriends. Because then it's turning like, is your girlfriend your lover? Like, she should really just be like your sister friend, your friend. But I'm like, oh, I've learned you so much. I know you. I know what you need. I'm like, what is happening? This is bizarre. This is very, very bizarre. Because then it becomes that you're giving so much to this other person. And then when they don't reciprocate the way you think they should, because you're doing a little too much, you get hurt. Yeah, he does. I'm like, you get hurt, you know?
And then some, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm like, she's just in a mood.
Okay.
So I just need to sit in this, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to sit in it because she's in a mood. Or like right before a show, sometimes you get really quiet because you're nervous, but you can also be very short. But I understand because of, I know you.
Yeah.
I know we're getting ready for a show. This is common for her.
Right.
Every time before a show, while you're getting ready,
Pacing,
you're quiet. You're pacing.
Right.
You're short.
Right.
What time is the Uber coming?
Right.
What time are we getting there? Do they have this? Do they have, like, sometimes it can be very, you know what I mean? Sometimes that can be uncomfortable for me, but I'm never afraid of you.
Okay.
I'm never afraid.
Not in a traditional sense. No, you're not, but you're afraid of the connection being dissipating. Let's be honest.
Of like, it's not so much of afraidness, but it's like, I want to cultivate something because I know that she's experienced something right now and I want to be sensitive to that.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of how you're going to respond to me.
Yeah.
Even when
Anyway, let's pause it there because time is up. Look, let me be honest and very real with you, okay? I'm going to just tell you the honest, real truth here.
Even in the beginning.
Point, but I am at an uncomfortable point with my best friend. Like the person that is my person.
But how can you, hold on. You guys, please help me out. Tell me if I'm wrong. But when you say that's my best friend and she's my person, should you, I don't know, maybe I'm like, I don't know. Hold on. She's your person.
That I feel is my life partner, person.
Your life partner. She said, you're my person. You're my life partner.
That I feel like is going to be in my life until the day I die. I feel like you're either going to bury me or I'm going to bury you. I don't have any plans on ending this relationship, you know, but I feel like I'm at an uncomfortable point that we have to fight through.
But is it like, hold on, let me find a healthy way of saying this. But is this a healthy relationship? Two women, if you're not lovers, right? Because she's married. And the thing also before this with these two, Megan was not talking to B. Simone for like 10 years. Okay. She got married. I guess they were friends when they were younger. They stopped talking, not because they were beefing, but they stopped talking. Like, you fell out. Like, you have your life. I have my life, So Megan was married for like 10 years. So while Megan is married, she's not really checking for B. Simone like that because she has her own life. Okay, and B. Simone is like trying to get out the grind and be very successful, etc. So eventually they reconnect. And it seems like around the period that they're reconnecting, Megan is not going through a divorce, right? And so I feel like Megan was probably looking for a distraction, and the love she was not getting from her husband or ex-husband, she tried to get that fulfillment from B. Simone. Right. And then B. Simone, for some reason, she's like, oh, you're my person. I can't live without you. I don't see myself ever breaking up with you. I'm going to bury you or you're going to bury me. And I'm like, are y'all like weirdly becoming lovers? Because I'm like, this is a lot. Okay. This is a lot. I feel like, there's a way to be best friends with people that's healthy. And then there's a way to be best friends with people. It's like, are y'all really best friends? Or the stuff you wish you could find in a man, you put those expectations on each other, right? Because I'm not trying to be funny, but I do feel like if you have a husband, right, and you have a best friend, but eventually your husband should become your best friend. That's how I look at it. I could be wrong, but I feel like your husband should become your best friend. And whatever other best friend you have, like, yeah, that's your girl, you got her support, whatever, but you're not going to tend to her as if she's your lover. And when I listen to these two, it's like they were tending to each other as if like spiritually they're lovers, but then physically they're heterosexual and like everybody has their own thing going on. So I'm like, it's I don't know. To me, it sounds a bit weird. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. I hope I am.
And she was saying your breaking point is your listening point.
Because even at one point, because it's like I don't have the full video, but there was one point they even talked about going to therapy. And, like as best friends, they need to go to therapy so they can see how they can fix their relationship. But I'm like, isn't that a bit excessive?
Having to protect somebody and then they don't protect you, that hurts me. Like going out of my way to protect somebody and they don't protect me, I'm like, because you feel alone. You know what I mean?
Megan is very clingy. She's very, very clingy. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
You feel like, damn, like I protected you, and you didn't have to ask me. You didn't have to ask me to think about that. You didn't have to ask me to look for that. I did.
But why do you do so much? Hold on.
That now or before?
Just in general, throughout our relationship.
It hasn't always been the easiest. No.
Okay.
It hasn't always been the easiest.
Okay. Well, I'm open to the truth now. We ain't got no option now. We're gonna have to, I'm open to that now. I'm verbally saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, like I said, I think when you realize some hard truths about yourself and that's already a hard thing to deal with in general, just like being open and honest about you and then having to,
because I don't know if you guys hear this, right? But it's like this relationship requires a lot. Okay. I'm like, this relationship requires a lot. It's like a marriage. And I don't think friendship should look like this. I don't think it should feel like this. Even as like best friends, I do feel like you should have like healthy boundaries, right? But to talk about, oh, my best friend is my person. My best friend is my soulmate. My best friend is my everything. We're gonna, I'm like, spiritually, like, let's assume that you are heterosexual and then you are quote unquote looking for love. Like you actually want to be married one day, like have a relationship, right? But if your best friend occupies so much of your heart, if she has so much of your soul, how you are already taken. You are seriously taken. How can anybody come in? Because like she's your lover. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like I'm like, you listen to what B Simone is saying. I'm like, you are describing a lover. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look at how even like Megan is crying, like, but I did things for you. I made it my business to learn you. I would anticipate things that you need. I would make sure that you had things before you even asked of me. So when you didn't do X, Y, and Z, it really hurt me because I'm like, well, why isn't she doing what I'm doing for her? Does she really love me? Is she really my friend? And I'm like, girl, that is a lot. That is a lot. You already have a husband. You already have a child. B Simone is your best friend, but she's an adult. She can take care of herself, right? Like she doesn't need you to think for her, feed her, anticipate for her. Like she's not your partner. You're not married to her. You have no vow towards her. You're just best friends. It's not that deep. I'm like, this is crazy. And I'm like, were you looking for a husband in this lady? Come on, because I'm like, I can see, the thing with B Simone in that situation, like the Megan situation, because people don't really like B Simone. Okay, can you really fault them? The whole 9 to 5 thing, like making it seem like 9 to 5 people are basic and average. That was kind of cruel. That was kind of crass. Okay, number 2, the whole plagiarizing of the book. The desperate behavior, like she wanted to be with the baby so badly. B Simone has had some cringe moment on the internet. Okay, so when things go bad, people automatically assume that B Simone is in the wrong. But me, ever since I've laid eyes on this girl Megan, especially when they had their podcast and their guest was Tabitha Brown, right? She would not let Tab put in the word. I mean, the girl just talks and she talks and she talks and she talks. And I'm like, wow, this girl is really, she's a lot. She's a lot and she is very demanding. Like she's a high maintenance type of friend. Like with her, you got to be tapped in. I feel like if you don't answer her phone calls within 2 minutes, you don't reply to her texts, like the girl might just go into a breakdown. She might really feel like, oh my gosh, you hate me. Why didn't you respond to my text message? When you call me, I respond right away. It's like, but we're different. We're different. Like she needs a lot of affirmation. And I'm like, that's a lot. That truly, truly is a lot. And I don't even understand like why you're putting this much energy on your relationship with B Simone when you have an entire husband. Right? I'm like, but I don't think that's fair to put on a person because your best friend is not supposed to be your lover. I'm like, that's your best friend. She's not your lover. Girl, go find your lover to do all this, stuff with. But I'm like, that's not, because I'm like, and even her, I'm like, she's going through a divorce. She's going through a divorce. So I guess she was upset because B Simone is not as responsive. She's not as attentive. She's not like wump, 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 wump. But I'm like, okay, you also need to be real. When you got married, you focused on your marriage. For 10 years, you were not checking on B Simone, right? Because you prioritized your marriage. Now that your marriage is going left, you want B Simone to stop everything she's doing to just focus on you all day, every day? No, that is not fair to her. She can give you support, but she can't give you all the support because she also has to focus on herself, just like you did for those 10 years. Number two, right? You're going through divorce. B Simone is not going through divorce. So she can never fully relate, or she can never fully understand what is going on or what's happening in there. And I feel like when it comes to Megan, it's like she wants you to be a mind reader. She has not experienced that. Then hopefully she does not get to experience that, right? So it's like you got to cut her some slack. Like you got to give her some mercy. She can't know what a person is going through divorce needs every hour of the day, every minute, every this, every that. It's like it's excessive. It's truly excessive. And not to be offensive also, not to be offensive, but when you're going through something sad, a divorce, for example, and you call your friends every day and you talk about the same thing, you cannot be mad at your friends if they get tired, because the stuff is depressing. It is seriously depressing. You're going to have to learn to lean on other people, because I feel like when you call your friends also, you should let them talk. You should ask, oh, how was your day? Tell what's going on. But when you're calling your friends every day, and you use your friends as emotional support as you go through something like that's very intense, I don't think it's fair to your friends, because they might not have the mental capacity to deal with this stuff. They're not mental health professionals. They're your friends. They try, but like these people are not trained for this. Get you a therapist. If it's really bad, I feel like if you can't, first, if you can't go to church, your pastors, the deacons, if they have like a marriage ministry, right? Use those resources, right? Number two, if those people also get tired of you, okay, because divorce can take like 2-3 years. Child, it is draining. Okay, then you go find yourself a therapist. You know what I'm saying? So that way you have a place where you can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about the same stuff. But then you can come to your friends and be like, you know what? Let's talk about all the other things, not just me all the time. Because friendship is not just you just talk about yourself all day, every day, all day, every day. And it's the same stuff. And it's oh, he did this today. He did this today. Oh, we got to go to court. Oh, we got to go. It's very stressful. It is very, very stressful. And I don't think anybody wants to hear that for the next 6 months, the next 2 years, because it's like, wow, that's a lot. And they also need a break. But when they need a break from you, you take offense to it because you don't see that, for them too, it's a lot. It's a lot. You're going to a divorce. It's your business. I mean, technically it's your battle. It's not their battle. They can support you and assist you, but you have to learn to respect how much people can give you. And that's why I feel like when you're in a friendship with people, if you're the type to always give 100%, 105%, 120%, that's your personality. That's who you are. But you have to understand, just because you give people 100, 120, 130, 130%, does not mean that people have that capacity to give the same amount. That's number one. Number two, they might give you their 100%. But their 100% to you might be 70%, because like they could be trying, and maybe they're trying to the best that they can based on who they are and their personality. They're trying the very best they can. But to you, it seems like it's only 70%. To you, it seems like it's only 80%. You feel like, well, she could give me so much more. Do not assume, do not be pretentious, and do not be greedy, because for that person, maybe this is their very best. At this moment, based on who they are, what they're giving you is their very best. There's nothing else they can tap into and give you a bit more. This is their very best. And I think for Megan, I think she truly wanted B Simone to do more and more and more and more. Kind of like, you're my new husband, and I'm leaving one relationship. Now I'm going to use you as my new relationship, and I need you to fill my cup the way my man would. But I'm like, that is not fair to her. She's just your best friend. She can never fill that role for you, right? Because I'm like, this is crazy.
Be open and honest when there's so much uncertainty. That's a little bit uneasy. That doesn't always feel good. Even though it's necessary, it just isn't easy.
You're saying uncertainty as far as where we're standing?
Yeah. It just feels very uncertain.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with like me saying this is how I feel, this is like being very upfront with that?
As far as what?
Our conversations and stuff. Like, do you feel like I'm not clear when we have dialogue on where I stand? Or
I feel like, without trying to divulge too much, I feel like in recent conversations, you've been very clear about wanting a business relationship only.
Right.
So, and I think that that's going to be very difficult to navigate. I just think that conversation is difficult. I don't know how you go from somebody being, such a good friend to I don't want a relationship with this person anymore.
Well,
ever.
I never said I don't want a relationship.
Well, you said I want a health. I just want
to focus on the purpose.
Yeah. Well,
which is no for sure.
Picking up pieces as they fall.
So B. Simone told her, I think it's best if we just focus on the business because it was affecting their relationship. Because I don't know, that's just me. I feel like this girl, Megan, she demands a lot. Me, I couldn't be her friend. Because I need friends that are a bit more independent. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot. I can't be your man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be your friend, but I can't be your man. Like, this is too much. I'm not like guessing what's in your head. This is too much. Okay. If you need something, please let me know. But my thing is, so B. Simone told her, let's just focus on the purpose. Let's just focus on the business. Right. And she took offense to that because she felt like, oh, you're like prioritizing money over our friendship. But and this is like people got upset at B. Simone. Oh, all you care about is money because she's known for just caring about money. But I said, I see where B. Simone is coming from because if you're going through a divorce, she's going through this. Ultimately, you got to take care of business, right? Because if you got to be professional, because if every time your emotions, your feelings, what you're going through comes in between, we will never achieve anything. Right. And my thing with when it comes, let me see if I can find it. When it comes to B. Simone too, one thing about her that I do like, let me see if I can find her old channel, right? Is that this girl, she really came from nothing. She really did. I don't know what it was, but one day I watched one of her videos. Let me see if I can find her video. Let's go to oldest. Okay, let's watch this video, you guys. Let me show you this video.
And finally, growing up and moving out the house. And I am moving to Atlanta, Georgia in 5 days. So I am going to show you guys my life through my eyes the next 5 days, preparing to leave my city of Dallas, Texas, and leaving the people that I love.
So she left Texas all by herself to move to Atlanta. I think it's the one like she talked about like she has like roaches in her apartment. Hold on. Let me see.
Go on this journey and start my music and chase my dream in a different city. So today is Friday. I travel to Atlanta, Georgia on Wednesday.
Why are you talking so slow?
Now see the house I'm leaving? That's my hood. Let me show y'all my new car that I got. Ooh, shining on them. Ooh, ooh.
Go ahead, Toyota.
2008 Toyota.
Okay.
4 more days. Then I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. This is where I grew up.
Very cute.
The hood of Dallas, Texas. I love my little car. I don't need a Benz or nothing fancy. I got my little Toyota. Toyotas are reliable. I need something reliable. I don't need nothing that's done in, okay? So yeah, 4 more days. Then I'm in the 8. 3 more days, guys. Show y'all my house. The front door. That is my dining room. It's my granny's room. stage for a while. And this is my sister's room. And that's my sister. Are you sad that I'm moving? Hello. Okay.
It look alike.
They ain't never seen a
Oh, I
sugar.
think that's the
This
one that
her.
has cancer now. Oh my gosh. So you can see like she really comes from humble beginnings. I think sometimes B Simone can be so aggressive, so money, entrepreneur, right? I think sometimes people misread her. Like all she cares about is money. Okay, especially when you plagiarize a book and you talk about people working 9 to 5. Okay, because it's a lot of people, a lot of people when they meet you when you're already going viral. Okay, a lot of people don't know how you started, like at the bottom. Like, show me what the bottom looks like. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really understand where your energy is coming from. Like, girl, like why everything about you is always money? Okay, like it's really crazy. But when you watch her videos from the beginning, you understand why she's so driven. You know what I'm saying? You understand why she's so driven. Because you'll see when she moves to Atlanta, she moves into an apartment with cockroaches. And at one time, her car broke down on the highway. She didn't have gas because she didn't have no money. She thought she could make it. Y'all, the car don't run out of gas. Okay. B had to walk. She had to walk on the interstate to go get gas. I said, oh my gosh. Like, like she really suffered. She really, really suffered. So I can see why for her, it's like, I can't settle. I can't let my emotions get in the way. I can't not deliver content. I can't, blah, blah. If you don't know how she started and where she's coming from, she can seem like she doesn't care about people and all she cares about money, right? But the problem is we also, like sometimes we Black people too, we can be way too much into our emotions and we forget to focus on the purpose. I was like, I kind of agree with her. Hold on, let me play the video.
Room. And this is the hallway.
Let's speed up a little bit.
Hallway. All my ancestors on that wall. Yeah, this is my room. I ain't gonna tell you my room, but y'all can kind of see it. It's kind of messy. Ooh, my closet.
So she don't come for much.
Leaving. My sister can't wait to take my room.
Yeah,
this is my house.
A lot of people. She takes care of a lot of people.
This is my last day in Dallas. She came to pick me up.
Yeah.
Be some on something. Sister, I never wanted.
And this young lady too, she like if you've ever watched like B Simone early days, this young lady used to be in her content. They all do like comedy together. She's in her content too.
She's where I fall short at. She's like my ride or die. Like my, that's like I think that's what God sent to be in my life, and I'm so proud. And I'm so proud that she's moving because she needs it. It's gonna be good for her, and she's gonna pop in no time. So that's why I think she should move.
I'm in Atlanta, y'all. I live in Atlanta, Georgia now. Y'all saw the little countdown. Y'all saw my old house. This is my new house, which is a piece of fucking shit. We're moving closer to the city. I live in Dunwoody. Okay, let me start the video. I moved to Atlanta December. It's fucking March. Sorry, y'all. But I did move to Atlanta in December. And I spent Christmas and New Year's here. Actually, it was Miami for New Year's, but living here. I relocated. I ended up moving in with a friend for a little bit, so I got on my feet. I stayed with her for about a month or 2 months. And then I moved into an apartment here with my friend Farrah. I feel like I've got more done here in the past 4 months than I have in Dallas in like the past year. Like I reached my peak in Dallas because I was born and raised there. I've never been out of the house. I'm so proud of myself. I moved out. I got bills. I'm broke as fuck now. Shit. Don't grow up. The only reason I moved out is because I wanted to follow my dreams of being an entertainer, and I felt like Atlanta was a place for me. And I had no family here. If I had family here, I would have moved in with an auntie, a cousin, an uncle, a stranger. As long as I didn't have to pay bills, I would have did it. I ain't lying. But I pay bills now. Come on, electric.
Yes! So stupid.
Be pissed at the end of that month. Washer and dryer, electric, light, water, regular bills. I'd be like, fuck. Bitch can barely eat.
Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, a new fragrance for her.
I literally have met so many amazing people here and so many people that believe in me and believe in my vision as B Simone the artist. And I can't wait to start working with some of these people. I am literally in the studio every night. I work 2 jobs. I got my first job at a place called Exclusive Game. It's like a men's boutique. And then I got another job at the Tavern. It's like a restaurant. And it's in Phipps Plaza. And I am literally a slave working for $0 an hour.
So even her herself, she had 2 9 to 5s, okay? She had 2 9 to 5s. But like, she really started from the bottom. I think this is the one she goes in the kitchen and like she shows like her cockroaches and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on.
I'm blessed to have a job, but God, I be so frazzled. It's a great experience. I think everybody should try waitressing. It teaches you teamwork. It teaches you how to multitask. It teaches you how to smile in the midst of the storm. It's a great experience. But yeah, that's the other job I have. I be frazzled as hell. Ketchup on the fly. Table 52 needs mayonnaise. Pastrami, Reuben, fries, extra crispy, no onions. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. Other than that, my life's pretty amazing. Other than me being broke and hating my job, I'm alive, I'm blessed, I'm a struggling artist in Atlanta, Georgia, living my dream. My lip is sweating. Our house is fucking empty because we're leaving. That's the kitchen. I just hate this spot. It's nasty. We be having roaches. I be like, if I see one more roach, I'm gonna go off. Living with Jiminy the Cricket. We can get a new spot and we can, you know, we ain't trying to do too big because we still struggling artists. I ain't trying to stunt, you know, I'm broke, struggling artist. Remember that. So when you see me on Instagram, you ain't gonna see no Louis Vuitton, you ain't gonna see no Louis, you might see a Louis, but I bought that like years ago when I got my tax return. I was young and dumb. I really wish somebody would buy this for me. Anybody want a Louis? I'll give it to you for $50. But I love Atlanta. I do. Oh my fucking gosh. So stressed. I be crying to this song. Like,
okay. Then you have this one. Hold on. There's another one. Girl.
I literally no. I knew it was gonna happen. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Please. I'm right on the exit. Come on.
She didn't make it.
No, don't stop now. Okay. I'm about to show y'all how humble I am because I'm about to get my little gas thing in the trunk and walk to the gas station at this fucking point. Okay, I don't see no gas station on this sign. I see Wendy's, I see Cookout, I see food. Where the fuck is the gas? I'll be Simone. I thought you was on. I want your life. You're so pretty. You're so on. You're so fly. No, I'm about to sit my thumb out and hitchhike. I'm on the highway. This is so humbling. Oh my God. There's a shell. There's a shell right here. See, all I needed to do was make the fucking exit. I bring my wallet. Okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. This is not gonna bring me down. I have never done this in my life, but guess what? God is good. And the gas station was only 0.2 miles away, so we're good. Okay, how do I even do this stupid shit? All right, let's go for it. All right,
so dangerous though, like your cell phone and pumping gas. Girl, don't do that again.
Oh my God, I did it, guys. We're on our way back to the car. People are looking.
No,
I'm embarrassed.
Really broke. She was really broke. It was not a joke.
Yay, here's the exit. We made it. Bitch gonna hit that corner and car gonna be gone. Like, what the fuck? Literally, this is when I wish I had a nigga, but as quick as that literally took 5 minutes. By the time my nigga got out of bed, went down the exit, reversed, and came to me, I would've been done. I never did this before. I feel so independent, like, but I'll tell you one motherfucking thing, this car better start with this one little gallon. Cause baby, I'm gonna call somebody if it don't. Woo! Living life on the edge, baby. Living life on the fucking edge. Woo!
Oh, you are crazy. Okay.
Yes, you better go in there. You better guzzle down that gas. Yes. Come on, baby. Don't hit me. Don't hit me, bitch. You better veer to the left. Veer to the fucking left. All right, guys. This is the moment of truth. Whoa! Yeah! Gucci bag, bitch. Did you miss me? Cause I'm on some rich shit. We made it to the gas station. I'm like, yeah. Now the only thing stressing me out now is this breakage. Like, bitch, you need to do the big chop in your natural. That's how fried it is.
Okay. And then we go back to her channel. Okay. So now, like, her, of course, her channel's done really well. Millions of views. making all kinds of money. You know, she's doing really well. She did her whole $1 million thing that she did. What else? She's doing pretty well with her stuff. She's come a long way. She's come a very long way, right? Whereas like when it comes to Megan, for example, I feel like Megan is she's not business minded. Okay. She's not business minded. And also, what's it called? Yeah, B Simone is really cute. Like to me, I feel like what's her name? What's that girl's name? What's her name? Megan. I think Megan is not business minded. I think Megan is really about her feelings, her emotion, reading her Bible. Like they don't have the same drive. They don't have the same drive. So when you partner with people because they're your friend to go into business and you don't have the same drive, some people don't understand that business is really serious. It's very competitive. They want to talk about their feelings, how they feel. And B Simone is just not that person. And that's why, whether you like her or not, you know, whatever, you know, you can't deny that she's done pretty well for herself. Coming out of Dallas by herself, moving by herself, being in an apartment with cockroaches to where she is. So on YouTube, she has 1.1 million subscribers. On Instagram, she has 6 million followers, right? I don't know how much she has on TikTok, but for someone who comes from a very small family, very small house, you know, in Dallas, Texas, the entire family, including grandma, live under the same roof. Okay. She believed in herself. She moved to Atlanta. She had 2 jobs. For her to be where she is today, whether you like her or not, you have to give her credit. She did very well. She did very well. So when she's telling Megan, we need to focus on the business. We can't let off because now you're going through a divorce. You're going through a lot. It's a lot of emotions, right? But you can't let your emotions get in the way of the business because that's how we're going to feed ourselves. And one thing I've realized with Megan, she's so consumed with the Bible, religiousness, and the Jesus, and this and this and that. People like that tend to be very impractical. Okay. People like that tend to be very, very impractical because one thing about the Bible, especially the New Testament, especially the story of Jesus, right? It can give the impression that, oh, all I have to do is pray for stuff, right? Oh, I need to be in here praying. I need to be reading my Bible. I need to. No, you also need to work. You also need to work. You also need to be focused. You have to learn to compartmentalize your emotions. When you have an opportunity to make something, to build something, you have to take it seriously, right? Because you can cry. You'll cry later. You'll cry before. But when it's time to work, you have to work. You know, when you read the Bible about, oh, Jesus put money in the mouth of a fish, or Jesus walked on water, Jesus did this, you know, all these little fairy tales you read in the Bible, right? Those things can have you feeling like what you have right now, oh, well, you know, my Bible comes first. No, you have to work. You have to work. And that's why even if you look at life, a lot of Christian people do not make a lot of money. A lot of Christian people are not high earners. A lot of Christian people are not business minded. Because they have this very whimsical understanding of life because they think, oh, we can walk on water. We can be like Jesus. We got to worry about feeding the poor. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are like, it becomes religious delusion. Okay. You're doing a little too much. And even when you hear Megan talk, is oh, Jesus in the Bible and the Jesus in the Bible. Oh, shut up. Get to work. It's too much. It is too much. You know, like you'll look at a Muslim person, you'll look at a Jewish person, you will look at a Buddhist person. They're not always talking about my faith, the Torah, the Quran. No, the people they work. You know, a lot of Christians, they will talk about the Bible all day. Oh, but the Bible says, oh, child, it's too much. It is too much. Okay, you have to be sensible. You got to be sensible. And a lot of Christians too, they spend more time talking about the Bible than they actually spend their time actually creating something, actually building something, actually being industrious. Because I feel like what the Bible does to a lot of people, it gives them this false sense of superiority. Well, you know, I'm holy. Well, you know, I concern myself with the things of the heavenlies. Oh, well, I'm only concerned about the afterlife. Oh, it's like, no, you cannot do this. You are part of the world. You have to be productive. And even the Bible says that if you die without leaving an inheritance for your children, you are a wicked person. Okay? The Bible talks about multiplying the talent. Okay? The Bible does not like people to be lazy. You have to work. You got to be productive. You have to be industrious. You have to be a person of means. You have to be somebody who's resourceful. Because what if God brings you somebody who's homeless? What if God brings you someone who's running from a domestic abusive situation? You're going to be like, oh, let me pray for you. And that's it? You can't give them money? You can't help them financially? No, because all you want to do is just be spiritual all the time, right? And it's like we have to make it our business as Christians to also understand the things of the world. You cannot just dominate the scriptures, but when it comes to the world, you're completely defeated. And one thing I will say is that B. Simone, she understands something about social media. She knows how to build a brand out of nothing. She knows how to get people's attention. She knows what this what's it called? What this podcast can be. So let us be focused. You've made a decision to divorce. Grieve, mourn, grieve, and move the hell on. If it is that hurtful, then just stay with your husband. Okay? But we cannot continue to keep looking backwards as we try to move forward. You have a decision to make. But if you decide to divorce your husband, there comes a time you got to be like, you know what? I'm a mourn, I'm a grieve, I'm a move on. Yeah, it is very bizarre. You got to move on. But you can't try to go forward and then look backwards. Like, it's just not possible. You know, so when B. Simone said to her, we have to focus on the podcast, right? Because they can make a lot of money that way. And it's like also, what's it called? Even her, Megan, going through a divorce, it costs money. These lawyers, you know, most lawyers will charge you $250 per hour. So depending on how long you're going through this divorce, you're going to need income. So what your friend is telling you, it makes a lot of sense. You know, we're not high school girls that we can just sit here and cry over a breakup. You're a mother, you have a child to take care of, and you have attorneys to pay for. So take care of your business. You know, toughen up. You're not the first woman to go through a divorce, and you're not going to be the last. Like, you're really not. Hold on. Let's finish this.
Navigate. I just think that conversation is difficult. I don't know how you go from somebody being, you know, such a good friend to I don't want a relationship with this person anymore.
Well,
ever.
I never said I don't want a relationship.
Well, you said I want a health. I just want
to focus on the purpose.
Yeah. Well,
which is no for sure.
So she's saying, oh, you don't want me to talk. So pretty much from what I'm hearing from Megan is, you're telling me to shut up about my feelings and let's just focus on the business. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead, right? You have a mission with like your friendship with B. Simone. It's not just to sit there and cry and talk all day. We got things to do. We're both, and also I think B. Simone, her sister has cancer. So who knows if she pays for her sister's treatment? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't know what pressure people are going through. People got financial pressures. People have financial responsibilities, right? You want the world to stop because you're going through a divorce. You're not the only woman to go through a divorce. And as hard as it is, you made that decision. Now, if you don't want to go through a divorce, then stay with your husband. If you leave the husband, you got to make up your mind. You got to toughen up your mind. You got to toughen up your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, big bank, low bank, right? But when I see where B. Simone came from, I understand why she don't want to go back. Like when you're broke, okay, and then you finally find a way to be a millionaire, who wants to go back to poverty? Who wants to go back to poverty? When you're somebody, you used to wake up every day. Your bank account was overdrawn every single day. Who wants to go back to being poor? And you wake up every day, you got all these bank fees piling up. Oh, no, ma'am. You understand? When you used to have to like stretch your meals or just eat sardines, or you had to eat like, what's that thing called? Roman noodles. And now you're able to buy whatever you want. You can eat what you want. You can go to a restaurant whenever you want. Who wants to go back to have to budget for food? Like, no. When you used to live small and dirty, and now you live in a whole penthouse in Atlanta. Who wants to go back to Section 8? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go back. There's nothing glamorous about poverty. And just because Jesus was poor does not mean that you should be poor. There's nothing honorable about being poor. There's nothing glamorous about poverty. Okay, I was watching this video. I was like, I'm gonna play for y'all later, right? This black girl, she made a video talk about, a man that's a high value man. A man can make $50,000 and be a high value man. I said, I know you lying. I know you are lying. Okay, and this girl, child, I don't know what this is. Okay, she was like, yeah, because she has children. She has like 3 or 4 kids. Right? So she was a single mom. She was a mother at 17. She got married, had 2 more kids. Now she's on her 2nd marriage. I guess she's having more kids with that man. I don't know. I didn't really get into that part. So she's saying that as a woman with children, a high value man is a man who has good character. It doesn't matter if he makes $50,000. I said, girl, you're lying. You're lying to yourself. And she was like, oh, hey, ladies, welcome to my channel. This channel's about soft life. I said, how can you say that you're going to be with a man that makes 50 grand? You got 3 kids. Talk about a soft life. You going to have a hard life? You're going to have a hard life? Right? Because how can a man be high value and he only makes $50,000? How can a man be high value and you make more than him? You're going to resent him. You will resent a man who is not capable of providing for his family. Now, maybe in an attempt to make this video, to appease yourself based on your situation, right? You want to redefine what it is to be high value. But for a man to have good character, that's just the basic. You're not high value because you have high character. You should have high character. Because in this life, whatever you do, it'll come back at you. So for yourself, for your own sake, for your own salvation, you should have good character. You do nobody favors by having good character. You do yourself a favor. Choose to have bad character. You'll be in prison. Okay? You'll be in prison. All right? Have bad character, you won't have no friends because your reputation will precede you. So it's like to have good character is the bare minimum. A high value man is called a high value because he has high value. If a man only makes $50,000, he's obviously replaceable. Even the job feels like he's replaceable. Okay? If you're a man, you have a job making 50, 60, your company does not think much of you. They can replace you because whatever you do for that company, it's not that deep. There are a bunch of people out there who can replace you. Okay? Another thing too, if you are a man, I'm being serious. If you are a man, how can you be comfortable with yourself when your wife makes more than you? Okay? I told them even people like Kai Cenat. I don't even think Kai Cenat finished high school. He figured out a way to be a multimillionaire. What you mean you don't know how to make $100,000? Okay? That is the bare minimum. I'm like, by yourself, you want to go ahead and make 50, 60, that's fine. But if you're somebody's husband, the bare minimum should be 100,000. I mean, life is expensive. And then when you take out the taxes, you take out the 401k contributions, you take out healthcare. A person who makes 100,000, they're not making 100,000 net. Because when you take out all the taxes and all the little stupid stuff, right? They're not making $100,000 net. If a person makes 50,000, once you take out all the taxes and everything, how much is this man bringing home? Right? But I'm like, so many of you ladies, you want to sit there with these dudes, read the Bible, and manifest with the man. I'm not reading the Bible with no man. That's the most goofy stuff I've ever seen. They sit there with me and my husband reading the Bible. He better get a job. Now, if he's a millionaire, y'all want to sit there and read the Bible, then I guess, do what works. But if you barely make enough, if you have not found a way to make 100,000, you haven't found a way to be competitive, you haven't found a way to increase your skill set, you don't need to read the Bible. Okay? Play the Bible on Audible. Get you a job. If you got to go back to school, go back to school. Okay? If you got to pick up a trade, pick up a trade. If you have to have a second job, get a second job. You don't need to be sitting there reading the Bible and manifesting with your wife. You are a man. And I said to her, huh? Yeah. And I said to her, even the Bible says that you are a wicked man if you don't leave your children an inheritance. The Bible says you must leave something for your children. A man who makes 50,000, God forbid he dies tomorrow. What is he going to leave his family besides some debt? You know, I had a lady reach out to me. Hopefully she don't get offended. Okay. She reached out to me. She said, oh, Marlene, I lost my husband. I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She's like, yes, I've been sad. I said, oh my gosh. She said she'd been sad for like 2 or 3 years. I said, oh my gosh, that's a long time. Right. And then she proceeds to tell me that the man left her in financial problems. As a girl, if it was me, I wouldn't have cried. I'd be damned. And I know it sounds crazy, but y'all, I'm an Aquarius. Okay. I am an Aquarius. I will not cry for a man who dies and leaves me in debt. You got me messed up. Okay. We gonna bury you. I'm gonna put my makeup on. I will put my heels on. I'm gonna do my hair. I will find me a new husband. I don't cry for men who die broke and leave people in poverty. I say, girl, this man left you a problem. He left you in debt and you've been crying for 2 years. You've been crying for 3 years. You should have found yourself a new husband. He's not worth crying about. I know it sounds harsh. Okay, child, I know it sounds harsh to say that, but I mean it. How can you cry for someone who left you in problem? You're allowing yourself. Okay, no, I'm serious, Callie. I am serious. Because what are we crying for? What are we crying? Imagine your husband dies, Callie. No, I mean, knock on wood, but I'm knock on wood, sorry. But imagine a man dies and he leaves the wife with debt. Debt. I'm talking like debt over here, debt over here, debt over there. And then you find out he used your credit. He used your social to go get credit and he's dead. Now the credit is also in your name. Then when it comes to your child, because he had other children, he didn't even put your child on the 401k. So now his other children are receiving money from the 401k and your child gets nothing. Girl, I can't cry for people like that. I know it sounds messed up, but I'm an Aquarius, so you already know. Okay, I will not cry for you. I will be angry. They will bury you. If the Lord helps me, within 6 months, I will have a new husband. You are a joke. You wasted my time. You wasted my time. I cannot give you 2-3 years. We have bills to pay. You've left me in financial ruin. I can't afford to cry for you. You see, you cry for a man who leaves you with money. Like, oh, my husband was so good. He left me with life insurance. He left me with 401k money. He left me with this type of saving. Child, you cry for a rich husband. Okay? Okay? Like, okay. Lacey said white people divorce their spouse near death to avoid paying debts, especially if the wife is sickly. I know that's right. I know that's right. I mean, it is about how much money you make. It is about how much money you make. That's number one. Number two, it is about how much money you save. You save and also that you invest. But before we can save, we have to make money, right? You can't save. If you only make $0, there's nothing to save. If you make just enough money to pay all the bills, what you going to save from what? You save from you save from surplus. There's not even any grains. There are no grains because when the grains come in, the grains are gone. So we can't save. You understand? So their issue is like the issue with these people is like they are the problem with athletes, right? They're eye earners. They make a lot of money. Now they don't have good financial management, but that can be resolved. But we cannot discount the fact that these people make a lot of money, right? And it's that type of mindset. You got to change that too. Don't have that mindset. Because that's a mindset, like seriously, that is a mindset that makes excuses. Well, athletes make money and they go broke. That's fine. You can learn from them. You can learn from their mistake and make sure that you can not only make money, but you can save money. Okay? That's it. Because it's like, oh, but what's the point of trying to be good? Because it's good to be good. Right? It's good to be good. It's like some of these people in the body positivity, they'll be like, oh, what's the point of losing weight? Because most people are going to get it back anyways. It's okay. Then we'll start over. Right? We'll start over as many times as it takes, but we're going to lose the weight. If you lose weight, you gain weight, you go back, you lose it again until you get to a point where you can stabilize your weight and you can stabilize how you eat. Right? But it's a dishonest thing as a woman to say, oh, as long as he has good character, I don't care how much he makes. You are lying to yourself because eventually you're going to resent that man. You will resent him. And when you resent a man, you can't even bring yourself to have intercourse with him because how are you going to be turned on? Nobody is turned on by a broke man. It's not your vagina is not going to work. Okay? All the little valves in the vagina that release all the liquid, they're gonna be shut off. because you cannot be turned on by a broke man. You will resent him. And no matter how good he is, the fact that you have to work, you got to pay the bills, you have to help him, you have to take care of the kids, you got to clean the house. It will cause bitterness. It will cause resentment. You know what I'm saying? When you tell yourself the truth, you're going to go really far in this life. In the beginning, it might be cute. Oh, he has cute personality. That weak shit. Oh, I like him because he makes me laugh. Okay? Bunch of foolishness. It is not enough for a man to have good character. That is the bare minimum. A man needs to know how to compete. A man needs to know how to be a provider. A man needs to know how to figure things like that out. He must figure out his finances. You need to know how you're going to take care of your family, provide health insurance, take your kids to school, take your kids to college. So we cannot sit here and be like, oh, well, I'm a mother. I have 2-3 kids, but I'm okay being with a man who only makes $50,000. You can't even get your nails done. Where's the money? You can't even order food. You will have to make all your meals. Can you imagine that? Your husband can't even afford McDonald's because there's no money. Every dollar is accounted for. You can't even take the kids to a small vacation down the street because, oh, I can't pay for this. I can't pay for that. Every time the children ask for something, oh, I just don't have it. I don't have it. We don't have it. What the hell? No. How can people like idiots, and I'm not trying to be funny, but to me, Kai Cenat, he's a clown. How can a child like that figure out how to become a millionaire? He's a damn idiot. Kai Cenat is a clown. This boy has figured out how to be a millionaire in 2 years. And you and your good character and the Bible that you read all day, you have not received anything from the heavenlies to show you how to increase your income. You're not serious. No man will distract me with, oh, but he has good character, Marlene. I don't care. That is the bare minimum. Why would he not have good character? I need you to compete. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a plan. Even if initially you don't make 100,000, but you should be like, wife, within 2 to 3 years, this is how I plan to get it. Okay, cool. But until you have it, you are not a high value man. And I told her, and I even left the comment. Well, you can watch the video later. No, I'm just saying, like, whether people are broke or not, for her to even say that, I thought that was a problem. You should not, don't give this type of advice. Okay? For her to say that she's a Black woman and her channel is about soft life, there is nothing soft about being with a man who cannot even provide for himself. Okay? Because he got good character. We do not care about his good character. A lot of people are nice. And God bless them. But just because you're nice does not mean that you can be somebody's husband. Because there are expectations that come with being a husband, especially at a certain age, especially when there are children. There are expectations. If all you have is your good character, and I said, like, there is not a single bill that's ever been paid with good character. So nobody pay water bill with good character. Nobody pays the power bill with good character. You're not going to pay your children clothes with good character. It takes money. Okay? Every woman should be hypergamous. Now, do you have to be crazy like sprinkle and be a sex worker? No, that's excessive. Okay? But a woman should have reasonable expectation that her husband can take on the financial burden of being the leader of a household. That's it. Even in this life, people who don't have money don't get respect. So how are you going to marry someone, right? And she brings more than you. And she still takes care of the house. And she still takes care of the children. Shameful thing. So I do question if you have good character. Because why are you not triggered that other men your age are making more than you? Why are you not triggered? Okay? Exactly. Why are you not triggered? Why as a man, like you should feel some type of way. Your manhood should make you feel some type of way. Right? Like, damn, like all my friends, my male friends are making this, that. Even my wife is making more than me. Why can't you figure that out? So it's not enough to say, but oh, Marlene, he has good character. Marlene, he says, no, he's hiding behind this soft skill because you're a woman, right? He will never go around other men and say, well, the reason why I belong here because I got good character, because it's not enough. Because most men, for them to get respect around other men, they have to be competitive. They have to be relentless. They got to work hard. They have to be high earners. Men don't respect men that ain't got nothing. Nobody will respect you, right? It's always, okay? No, because they're bitter. They're envious. They don't look down on you. They look up at you. They look up at you with envy and resentment. That's not looking down. People look down. You can't look down on somebody who makes more. You look up. And when you look up, you have resentment. You have bitterness. You're frustrated, right? Because you don't understand how this girl, she figured it out before me. That's the problem, right? That's the problem. You like 50K? You can't say that. So I'm like, you don't get to redefine what a high value man is because you need to soothe yourself because you chose a man that is not a high earner. He is very much comfortable with you making more than him. He is very much comfortable with you contributing more than him, right? And he bamboozle you because all you care about, well, he's a nice man. Of course he's a nice man. He's a kept man. Of course he's going to be nice. Okay? Of course he's going to be nice because you're taking care of him. He is very comfortable. He's in the soft boy era. Because a real man, a man that's really in his masculine energy, he's not about to sit here, read the Bible with you and manifest with you and, let's talk about our dreams, wife. Let's manifest, wife. Let's read the Bible, wife. No, he's busy figuring things out. You pray for him. You pray for him. You're going to be all right. That's what your job should be as a wife. Pray for your husband. You don't need to pray like that. We don't have to sit there and read the Bible and do Bible study. Do Bible study with who? I'm not doing Bible study with you. Go write your resume. Go fix your LinkedIn. Okay? Go find a man's conference somewhere and increase your network. Go meet new people. I'll pray for you. I got you. Okay? I'll be your spiritual covering. Okay? And you'll be my financial covering. I will pray for you. God is good. Okay? I see all these women out here praying with their husband on TikTok. They pray with their husband on Instagram. Like, girl, he gonna cheat on you. Okay? Like, he gonna cheat on you? This is a joke. This is a joke. Even Jesus, okay, although he didn't have no money, but whatever you asked him, he could deliver. Feed 5,000, it was not a problem. Walk on water, it was not a problem. Okay? Raise the dead, it was not a problem. Jesus was a man of action. Now, it's giving fairy tales, but nonetheless, though, he delivered. They came to kill him. He didn't run. Okay? So it's like life is more than, oh, this man has good character. Girl, it's a freaking scam. He is scamming you with this emotional boo-boo shit, okay? He is scamming you. No, I never said I want equality. I never said that. I never said that because we just met, no ego. We just met. I do not believe in this crap. I do not believe in this crap. And every day I say feminism, one day women are going to sit down and they're going to cry. Like, what the freak were we asking for? I do not believe that a woman is equal to a man. No. What I do believe is equity. Things should be equitable. But I'm not equal to a man. A man can beat me up, snatch my neck. Okay? Like, what? You're crazy. I don't want to be equal to a man. I'm not a man. I'm a woman. Please protect me. I'm defenseless. Oh my gosh, officer. Okay, I'm scared. Okay, I don't even open doors because we just met. But I said on my live, I don't open doors, no ego. I never open the door. That is not my business. That is not my ministry. It is way too masculine to open doors. You can ring the doorbell. You can knock on the doorbell. I will not open. I don't know who you are. Okay? God forbid I open, you push me, and you start beating me. Oh, no. James is tall enough. My husband is big enough. He needs to go open the door. Okay? So whatever happens, the pop. Okay? But I don't open doors. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Oh no. I am scared. Because I know what could happen to me. I'm fully aware that I'm a woman. People scare me. People are sick. People are truly dangerous. People are so dangerous. Like, no. People are crazy. People are really crazy. I'm not equal to a man. Now it's like if you go to school, like academically, yeah, I can compete. But like other things, nah, I want to be equal to you. Like, you're crazy. Okay. No, you're crazy. You are really, I'm not doing this. You people are crazy. Hold on. These people are insane. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the video for y'all. Y'all can watch the video. I need to go use the restroom real quick. Y'all know I'm pregnant. So I got to go pee-pee. Let me find the video for y'all. I'm going to play the video and I'm going to go use the restroom. Hold on. What was her video? Oh, these girls were so crazy. Let me play this for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I was like, girl, you are insane. Dude, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you even talking about? What? Oh, is Priscilla live? Hold on. History. Let me play this video for you guys. So you can hear a bit of the nonsense she was. I'm like, girl, you are insane.
Life living.
Okay.
Today, hey ladies, welcome back to my channel.
Listen to her introduction. Y'all will all over the place. I hope you don't mind this live. This live is like all over the place, but you'll have fun. I guarantee you one thing, you'll have fun. Okay, but listen to her intro. Let me put the closed captions in here.
If you're new here, my name is Adriana Mason Onabolu, and here we talk about all things womanhood and soft life living. Today,
okay, so she's talking about soft life, right? Soft life. A woman will never have a soft life if her husband is making $50,000. If her husband's making less than her, she will not have a soft life. Like, terms actually have a definition, right? Soft life is a life of ease. It's a life of enjoyment. It's a life of comfort. It's a life of like pretty much no stress. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say soft life, it's soft. Otherwise, it's hard. Okay. $50,000. Yeah, it's giving struggle. Okay. So listen to what she's saying. I'll be back, y'all. Hold on.
Back by popular demand on how to secure a high value man as a single mom. A lot of people always have something to say about women with kids, dating, what we deserve, what we're not allowed to have, and all of these limiting beliefs and limiting things that couldn't be further from the freaking truth. So first things first is I want to talk strongly on, let's understand what a high value man is. I don't even like having conversations about the whole high value this, submissive that, blah, 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 blah. But I want women who are truly interested in trying to figure out, you know, how do you marry a high value man when you're a woman with kids? I really want our women to have a place of reference to go to from a woman who did it, helping other women do the same thing. But the first thing we have to do is identify what is a high value man anyway. There's a lot of people saying a lot of different things. In my opinion, a high value man is a man who shares the same values that you have as a woman. He's a man who has integrity, who has character, who is a provider. And him being a provider isn't a particular number. It's not necessarily him being a six or seven figure earner, because those are two different things. But it's whatever money he has, him being the type of man that wants to use his financial resources to take care of his family. That is a high value man. Now, if that definition is different for you, you might want to exit stage left because you're not going to like the rest of this video. You're not. A high value man has nothing to do with how much money he makes, but simply his character as a man. I've seen so many men who make a crap ton of money, but have piss poor character and would make horrible husbands because they're not compassionate. They're not emotionally intelligent. You know, they're just not nice. They lead with their finances, their power, their greed. And honestly, they don't have room for women in their lives. They don't have room for a wife. So those aren't the type of men that we will be going for, or we should be going for when we're talking about anything in the realm of high value anything. Now, I recently taught a course on this because, again, this is a very popular question that a lot of women have. And for most people who know of me as someone who, you know, was a teen mom at 17, I got married while I was a single mom anyway. So when I did get married the first time and had 2 more kids, he was a single dad. I was a single mom. I think sometimes we forget that for every single mom, there's a single dad. So I got married as a single mom the first time, divorced because we did not match what we actually wanted in a partnership. And that's our fault for not solidifying and truly vetting each other properly before bringing more children into this world and before getting married. So after my failed marriage, I remarried. I remarried someone that the world would consider to be a high value man because of his profession, because of his leadership, because of his character. And it's the main reason why I think a lot of people come to me for just the perspective of like, girl, how did you do it? And there wasn't anything like in particular. There is no like 3-step rule of what to do. The key is knowing what a high value man is, because we meet a lot of high value men all the time, but we associate the word high value man with like an extremely wealthy man. So,
but he doesn't have extremely wealthy, not necessarily, because, you know, and because this whole high value thing too, it came from Kevin Samuels, right? And one thing Kevin also said, when it came to like people, because people can make a lot of money and not be high value. Okay, you can make a lot of money and not be a high value man. A drug dealer can make a lot of money. Big Meech was making millions. He was making like $1 million a day. Oh, thank you, babe. Right, but he's not a high value man. He's destructive. All right, athletes also. I think Kevin excluded athletes from being high value people because they're high earners, but they're crap. Okay, so there's more to like. Of course, it's not just financial, but your ability to earn a certain amount of money is part of the definition of being a high value man. Also, the type of men that you are able to be friends with, right? Like your circle of men, like your brotherhood, whether it's at work, whether it's in your career field, whether it's in life, right? The kind of men that you associate with also, right? They look alike, right? Somebody said, oh my gosh, y'all look like her. They do not. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe that's her daughter or not. I don't know. That's true. Because April's name is Mason too, right? Because somebody said in the comments, oh, you look like April Mason. Because I feel like they look like a little bit. Does she have a daughter though? Oh, I guess she does. Oh, okay. I was like, she looks like her. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, that's her mom. Oh, because in the comments. Oh, okay, that's her mom. Oh, okay. Because in the comments, she was like, oh, I look nothing like her. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, so this is why she's doing this. Like, she's trying to do what her mom does. Oh, okay. This is making more sense. Okay, she's trying to follow her mom's footstep. Okay, I was like, because I'm like, she does favor her. But somebody asked her in the comments, and she was like, no, like, I look nothing like her. So I was like, okay, maybe. But you're right. That's her mama. Where is she? Okay. But I'm like, how much you earn? How much you earn, like your ability to like earn, like your ability to like your skill set to be wanted, like highly desired in the workforce. Yeah, that's part of being a high value man. I wish I could find it. Hold on. Because let me see. Hold on. Because Kevin started all this high value men definition crap. How long is this video? Let's see.
We put our heart into everything we do. We are farmers, bakers.
What is a high value man? Glad you asked. Let's define it.
Let me see. I don't know if I want to play it on here, but maybe I'll just play the audio because I don't want to be copyright because of Kevin's people. Give me 1 second.
Maybe. High value man. Glad you asked. Let's define it.
No, he wasn't.
Welcome back. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kevin Samuels. I'm a professional men's and corporate image consultant. My job is to make sure my clients look good, smell great, and are the best version of themselves each and every day. Yeah. But who are we kidding? The reason you're here right now is because the term high value man seems to be everywhere. Full disclosure, I didn't create the term, guys. High value man has been with us for a long time. I have just put my own unique spin on it and kind of popularized it, and it has kind of gone viral. But here's the thing. So many people are talking about high value this, high value that. And many times they're actually talking about me and saying as though, well, Kevin said this or Kevin said that. And many people are getting it 100% wrong. So in an attempt to make sense of all this, I want to give you guys the simple 6 basic principles that I define as being high value. Now, again, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying a high value man. So your mileage may vary, your opinion is your opinion, but when I'm talking about it, this is what I'm talking about. So let's get it started. First of all, let's go over some basic definitions. High, great, greater than normal in quantity, size, or intensity. Value, the regard of something held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. And man, an adult human male. So when you put all that together, what do you have? An adult human male that's greater than normal importance or usefulness to what? The group. Basic economic principle states that the value of something is what a market is willing to pay for it. The value is determined by what? The market.
Exactly.
And
so if a man, so we have to, whether you like Kevin or not, he's making sense here. If a man only makes $50,000, he is not a high value man. People who make 50,000, it's a sea of them. He's not exceptional. Like he really, I mean, not to say he's a bad person, but he is not exceptional. Okay, because even in his workplace, the employer is only willing to pay $50,000 for his skill set. So I'm like, obviously, whatever your skill set is highly replaceable. It's probably something that even a machine could do, AI could do, a robot could do it. No, Kevin is not a high value man. He's not saying he's a high value man. Nobody thought he was a high value man because Kevin only made money because of YouTube. Before his YouTube went viral, he himself had no money. Okay, like, and nobody even knew him. So he does not apply to this. He's giving a great definition, but it don't apply to him. Because we all know if it wasn't for YouTube and social media and the quarantine, he wouldn't have made money. And he went viral. So because he went viral, therefore he made money. But even the viral moment is not something that he planned for. So,
and when we're talking about individuals, the market is other people, men or women. So a high value man is completely determined by the market. Case in point, you can have a vehicle, a home, anything in your possession. You can hold it dear. It could be supremely important to you. But when you put it on the market decides. And there's an upper limit and a lower limit. It doesn't really matter if you think the low is too low or the high is not high enough. That's what the market is willing to pay for it, and that is its overall value. That has been with us forever. So when we start talking about that, we're dealing with people. It really throws people off because it seems so cold, so calculated. But like it or not, that's the way the world is. So let's get into this whole high value man thing. Number one, in order to be a high value man, it starts with money. Again, like it or not, I didn't put the six-figure thing out there. It's been with us since the mid 80s. And like it or not, that's where this whole thing starts. You can't be high value and homeless. So you have to make a certain amount of money. And the line is roughly at $10,000 a month adjusted for Atlanta dollars. If you live in San Francisco, LA, New York City, where the cost of living is higher than 100%, you need to adjust it. So $10,000 a month gets the starting point off for high value. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you what the world gave me. Number two, that money needs to be made over a length of time, i.e. performance. And that's roughly about 5 years. And about the 3-year mark, you're kind of starting to scratch the surface. Why does it need to be 5 years? Well, because, guys, it's a matter of consistency and stability. Look in the NFL, the NBA, anybody can have a great season, but having a great season does not automatically mean you're going to the Hall of Fame. They want to see consistent numbers over a period of time. You know how this works, just like I do in business. You can't be a one-hit wonder or have up here and down there. Consistency, performance over a length of time. That's why the 5-year mark is so important. Like I said, around 3 years, you're starting to scratch the surface, but at 5 years, people can pretty much count on you to say, this person understands and knows how to get it done. Number 3 is group acceptance. Like it or not, guys, high value man is like a fraternity. It's like a club, a secret society. And high value men know other high value men. They're welcoming men into the group. They know what it takes to be there. They know what it takes to get in there. And high value men, group acceptance.
No, he goes that many teachers and educators don't make 100,000. Do you consider them high value? No. I think what they do is necessary, but it's not high value. It's not. Many teachers are replaceable. Teachers are expendable. Even now, they're bringing foreigners into the country to teach these American kids. They have Chinese people coming here. They have all kinds of people coming here because they want to pay as low as possible. Society does not place a high value on teachers. Teachers get beat up by students. It's okay. Teachers get knocked upside the heads by teachers. Teachers have no protection. Nobody respects teachers. So it's not, even in America, it is not respected. It's not a respected position. It is not a valued position, and it's not a high earning position. No, nobody dreams. Like if you're, I don't know, I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't know what woman's, oh, I can't wait to grow up and marry a teacher, right? You probably can't go, like I said, oh, he's good, he's helping the community, no problem. But that's not someone who's going to be considered a high value person. And that's why many teachers eventually they end up doing what? Getting a PhD, right? They try to transition outside the classroom to become something else, like an administrator, have a PhD, you can run a school, be a principal, and things like that. Because if all you want to do is teach, it's not going to do well. That's the truth. You know, the problem we have in America today, no ego, we want to give everybody a consolation prize. That's the problem. We want everybody to feel special. And technically, people should kind of feel special. But the reality of it is, not everybody can feel special, right? Like, that's the truth, right? Just like when we tell everybody, oh, no, you can be overweight and you're still attractive. Not really, because skinny privilege is real. Skinny privilege is real, right? People who are skinnier, women that are skinnier, women that are smaller will probably have more luck in the dating pool. It is a fact. But because you don't want to hurt the girls who are overweight, you deceive them. Oh, you're pretty too. Yeah, right. Consolation prize, right? Because it's not just the face. A girl can be thick and have a pretty face, like a pretty face card, but is the body giving, like the body is a problem. If another girl has a pretty face card too, but she has a skinnier body, most likely she'll have more appreciation. She'll have more luck. She'll have more date. That's just the way the world is. Right? That's why I said a man can be good. He can be nice. He can be a sweetheart. No problem. Like, I think that's really cute. Right? But ultimately, he's not going to have a bunch of girls trying to be with him because it's not enough. You know, we want to give everybody a consolation prize. No, we cannot. People need to compete. Certain things have to be aspirational. A high value man, he's aspirational. Other men want to be just like him. He's aspirational, career-wise, his health, his fitness, He's an aspirational person. Like, wow, dang, like, that's crazy. People want to be like him. He's an influencer. You know what I'm saying? No, don't worry about Kevin. We're not worried about Kevin. Nobody's trying to marry Kevin. But you don't have to like a person to agree with what he's saying. Because these are facts. We see it in society. A man pulls up in a Toyota, another man pulls up in an Aston Martin. People are going to look at the man who pulled up in the Aston Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth. That's who we are. We value people who make a lot of money. They impress us. Right? We keep up with them. We keep up with their fashion. We keep up with what cars they drive. We need to stop pretending. Gotta stop pretending. It's okay. Now, if someone does not make 100,000, I understand you feel away. But listen, that's like, get over your feelings, because facts don't care about your feelings. You have to find a way to get there. That's why it's called a high valued man. Like, it's something that is aspirational, right? Like driving an Aston Martin is an aspirational thing, right? Driving a Lamborghini, it's aspirational, because not everybody can have it. Not everybody can have it. So because not everybody can have it, it drives people to work harder to get it. But when somebody has it, people respect the person. Like, damn, that person makes a lot of money. And when you make a lot of money as a man, people respect you, because it's not every day that it happens, right? But if you make just like everybody else out here, you are just like everyone. You're ordinary. There's nothing extra special about you. But a high value man, he is a man that makes more than his peers. He's in a certain group, and we have to honor that. But it doesn't mean that if a woman marries a man who makes 70, 80, he's not a good man. He's a good man. Call him a good man. Do not try to repackage him. He is not a high value man, right? Like, a lot of people, like, you will put your man out there. A lot of people wouldn't care, because 70, 80 is not impressive. It's good. It's decent, but it's not impressive. Like, but what about his character? What about his character? What kind of character? What? That's the bare minimum. We are not in church. We are not in church. We are in the world. We are secular people. We are living in this world, like in this world, right? This is not church. He's not applying to be a pastor, right? But he's applying to be a husband. He's applying to be a leader in society, community. He's applying to be somebody that people look up to. He's not applying to be the pastor. And even most pastors, some pastors make a lot of money. Some pastors make nothing, because they also don't know how to get people to tap into their movement. So go get a job. I don't know how these girls put up with dudes. Oh, I want to be a pastor. And the whole time he brings nothing. This is a joke. We can't do this. Hold on.
I think it's supremely important.
Yeah.
Guys, secret societies, fraternities, organizations have always been with us. And you know how this just works in just general interaction. Guys that just make their own secret society or club, but it doesn't matter as much as somebody says that group is important. Guys, this is about separation. High value men tend to huddle around other high value men for reasons I'm going to go into a little bit later. But group acceptance is another critical component of being a high value man. Why is group acceptance so important? Because the next part, a network. You have to have a network of other high value men and others. This is another stumbling block for a lot of guys, for a lot of people, because they may have the money, even the length of time. They may look like they fit the group, but if they don't even have any other high value contacts or a network, a group of others, that person is going to be looked at with a side eye. Think of it like this. If you're sitting at the table with 10 high value men, and each of these 10 men has 50 contacts, that's 500 contacts, and you sit at the table and you have twice as much.
What he's saying is true. Most people who make a lot of money hang around with people who also make a lot of money. So it's like winners hang around other winners. It's the truth.
Money as any other man on there, but you have 0 contacts.
Yeah.
What can you effectively get done other than throw money at it? These other men can make phone calls, exert influence, move things to get things done. And you can only do what? You can only do what? Offer money and potentially feed off that network of contact. One thing high value men know and understand, that time is what's important. And building a network that actually works for you is extremely important. In some areas, it's called a book of business. A book of business can make you.
Hold on. And that's why I say, if you have a man who's not earning enough money, but he's spending like 10 hours, 20 hours a week on church activities, reading the Bible, manifesting with you, journaling with you, he's a clown. He really is a clown, because he cannot afford it. He doesn't have the time. He does not have the time, because these 10 hours, 20 hours he's spending reading the Bible with you, going to church with you, doing Bible Sunday, Bible study, Bible this, Bible that. This man is doing everything. He's running away from his calling as a man. You need to compete. You can read the Bible for an hour, okay? Or you can do a Bible like 20 minutes a day, okay? So a whole week is like what, an hour and 40 minutes? That's enough. Get to work. You don't need to sit here and read the Bible like a woman. Like, you have things to do. You have things to do. And so many girls are, oh, I want a man of God. I want a man according to God's purpose. You better have a man that knows how to be fruitful. Have a man that knows how to figure out how to work, that knows how to be a problem solver. You can pray for the family. You as a woman, you be all up in the Bible if you want to. But he needs to be a problem solver. He needs to be aggressive. He needs to compete. He needs to make sure that you guys are taken care of. Right? He has all retirement to read the Bible. In the meantime, he needs to work. Yeah, exactly. But so you attract your crew. Is there a female equivalent? I'm sure there is. But it'd probably be like more like, like she's nurturing, 6 other kids, she's calm, she's patient, But there is.
You successful here, and here. Your contacts, your network is your net worth. You've heard this before, so you cannot underestimate how important having a network of high value men and other people is to your status as a high value man. After the network, we got to have the visibility. Guys, your income and your position has to be LinkedIn level. Think of it like this. This person says they're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. This person is head of thoracic surgery at Johns Hopkins. This person is VP of Mergers and Acquisitions at Bank of America. And then someone says, hi, I'm an entrepreneur. 3 of those 4 people, at a glance, we can pretty much estimate who they are, what they do, and their relative importance in the overall socioeconomic structure. The 4th person, more information is needed. There's not enough visibility, not enough transparency. To be a high value man, it needs to be at a glance. Again, your position and your income. Guys, you may have a lot of money, but if it's coming from sketchy areas, no one can kind of understand where it's coming from. That does not give other high value men or even the public any kind of real confidence that you are who you say you are. Again, guys, it's about the market. It's what the world is thinking. They got to know at a glance that you are a high value man. And the 6th part is probably my favorite part, guys. A high value man is useful to others and the group. A lot of times you hear people say, I don't want to be used. I don't want to be used. No, I want to be used. Why? Because that means I'm useful. High value men are in demand and useful. Their presence is felt when they're there, and their absence is felt when they're gone. That is how you know you're really a.
So it's like he said, when you're a high value man, your presence is felt when you're here, and your presence is felt when you're gone. If you only make $50,000 or you make like 60,000, honestly, whether you're here or not, you're not gonna be missed. Because what do you like? You're not gonna be missed. Like, this woman could just have a roommate and be okay with it. That's it. That's that. Like, you're like, who's gonna miss you? Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing to. Hey Lily, what's up, babe? There's nothing to make anybody miss you. You only bring 50,000 after taxes. How much you have left? Nobody's gonna miss you. She might as well get a roommate and go about her business, right? Because to think about what a man requires from you, like, oh, be my wife, have sex with me, carry my children, risk your life, da 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 da, and all he has is $50,000 before taxes. Oh no, oh no. You're not about to jump all over my body and do all kinds of weird things to my body. All you got is $50,000 before taxes. Go somewhere with that. Okay, she can live life unbothered, stress-free, okay, whatever free, and just have a roommate. You're not like you're nobody's going to miss you. And that's the reality. If you are a husband and you are a high earner, she gonna miss you. Like, oh my gosh, where's my husband? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you feel his presence. Like, wow, like if I don't have my husband, things are gonna go bad. Because that's how much he brings to the table. But a man who only has $50,000 before taxes, girl, you can't even get WET. Like, this is a waste of time. Okay? No. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Bibo. Thank you. Like, no.
A high value man, how you can move things, your ability to influence things, and that is your relative usefulness. In economics, it's called utils. How useful are you to the group? Again, there's no high value homeless, neither are there any high value loners. If you have all these resources, all this stuff, but it's all hoarded for your own selfish ends, and no one can benefit from your money, your network, or anything you have, how valuable are you to the group?
Like you said, no one can benefit. You barely make enough, but you can memorize Bible scriptures. You can repeat Bible scriptures. We don't care about this. I'm not trying to marry Jesus. I don't want to marry Jesus. That's why when I have ladies who are like, oh, but Marlene, I want to marry a man that's like Jesus. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you do not. Okay? No, you don't. Okay? Jesus did not pay any bills. Jesus didn't care about saving money. Jesus didn't worry about building a family. Those things were not part of his calling. He was here to be a Messiah. You don't want to be married to a Messiah. Somebody who's so concerned. He goes and he fasts for 30 days. Like, imagine your husband wants to go fasting for 30 days. So you're going to go quit your job to go fast for 30 days. So while you're gone for 30 days, like, what do I do? What do I do? And when you come back from fasting for 30 days, are you still going to have a job? No. It's so impractical. But people say that these girls, the ladies will say it because they think it sounds so noble. It sounds so spiritual. It sounds so righteous, right? But why would you want to marry a man like Jesus? He had no property. He owned nothing. Okay? Do you want to be with a man that owns nothing, that has no property? Even when he had to go into Bethlehem, he had to rent a mule from somebody else. Like, what in the world? Every time you have a water bill, every time you have a power bill, do you want your husband to say, verily, verily, I say unto thee, for the woman of God shall not depend on the coins, but she shall pray for her bills to be paid? Like, no. When you go to the store and you at the register, do you want your husband to say, verily, verily, I say unto you, for the man of God sows no seed, but he reaps wherever he goes? No, please pay so we can go. Nobody has time for this. Okay? Like, there's a time and place for everything. You want to marry someone who can provide. You want to marry somebody who can lead a household, who can pay the bills with ease, who can take care of the family. You want someone that can have your back, especially have your back financially. Okay? Like, this is crazy. Hold on. Is he almost done?
To the world, to other people. That's what this comes down to. High value men are in demand and useful to other people. As I said at the beginning, high value is all the rage, all the buzz right now. I didn't make it, but I want.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's go back to her stuff. Where is that girl? Okay, so let's go back to this one.
But we don't give them the time of day. You've probably come across a lot of high value men just in your friend circle. A guy that you might have friend zoned who's nice to you. He's there for you and your kids. He's reliable. He's financially stable. He takes care of himself.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That does not make him have value. It makes him available. I don't know why she's like using. I don't know why she's doing this. I find this very intellectually dishonest. Oh, he's nice to you. Okay, a lot of people are nice to me, but is nice going to keep a marriage together? No, nice does not pay the bills. I'm like, how old is she? Okay, this is crazy. If a water bill comes and it's $700 and the man is nice, that's not good enough. How are we doing this? You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's cute. I think it's awesome that you're nice, but it's like we don't pay the bills with niceness. We pay the bills with money, especially America. If you live in America, every day you wake up, there's a bill in the mail. If it's not in the mail, if it's in your email, if it's not in your email, now they start texting you. They'll send you text messages to tell you got a bill. Okay, I got a bill for my OBGYN. Okay, tell me why they text me. There is a bill for Marlene. I was like, what the heck? Like, even now they're texting you. Okay, I was like, what in the world? Okay, so it's like every day you wake up, there is a bill that waits for you. Then you have auto draft, all these different payments. You wake up in the morning, then people don't snatch money out your account. Okay, sometimes they snatch money at your account at 11:59. I'll be like, these people ain't shit. Oh my God. Okay, you understand? Sorry, these people want their money. They want their money. They want their money. Okay. So it's like nobody pays bills by being nice. Like this some crap. This is that you think like this when you're in high school. When you're in high school, when you're in college, you have this mindset. Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's this, because you can afford to be with somebody who's building themselves. But when you get to a certain age and you have multiple children, a man being nice is not enough. Okay. He needs to be nice and he needs to have nice pockets. Okay. All right. You understand? These babies get sick. Sometimes just taking your kids to what's it called? Not the what's it called? Like just going to a doctor, like a basic doctor. Like last time Stefan was sick, he wasn't feeling well because he was wheezing. So James took him to go see the doctor to see what's happening. Y'all, that little visit for the wheezing, talk about $200. I'm like, $200? My gosh. Okay. Like everything costs money. You go outside, every time you go outside, you just sneeze, you spend $100. Let's not even talk about going to Target or going to Walmart. You pick a few things up, you put those things in your basket, in your cart. By the time you get to the checkout, you've already spent $100. You're like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. So he's nice. That is not enough. A lot of people are nice. Even a lot of narcissists are nice. A lot of homeless people are nice. A lot of lazy dudes are nice because they're lazy. A lot of homosexuals are nice. There are many homosexuals, those couch surfers who sleep with you just because they need a place to stay. Okay. There are a lot of homosexuals who are nice. That is not enough. He must prove that he knows how to compete. He has to be a man who knows how to compete. Like part of his ethos as a man must be, I must provide for my family. No matter what happens, I got to protect my family. I have to provide for my family. I'm not looking for a bestie, okay? Be nice to me. No, I got friends. Don't worry about that, okay? He's not about my best. Hey, bestie. No. Go be best. No. Be bestie with your job, okay? Be bestie with your employer. Go over there, okay? Hey, bestie. My bestie. No. Oh, he's nice. No. F being nice. Where is the guac? Like, where's the money? That's crazy. Like, poverty is not cute. And people need to rebuke the spirit of poverty. Do not let somebody use their personality to bamboozle you into a relationship based on personality alone. That is not enough. That is not enough.
He respects you. He respects his mother. He respects people in general. He's generous. He's kind. That is
that's a man that's well raised.
Like, we confuse these traits.
You confuse these traits. That is he's available and he's well raised. That does not make him a high value man. No. Got to talk about that competition part. Does he know how to compete? That's what you got to talk about. No, he's available and he's nice. He's well mannered. That's cute. God bless him.
We overlook them all the time because we don't know how to properly assess value to those traits in a man. Like I said before, you can meet amazing men who make
No,
$50 a year.
what is she like? I don't know. Like I said, if you're coming out of college, maybe that's enough for you, right? If you're coming out of college, but I do feel like if you are a mother, like you said, single mom, and you have one child or multiple children, 50, 60,000, what can he do for you? What can he do for you? Because when they take all his taxes out, all his Social Security taxes, the state taxes, the federal taxes, they take out his 401k contribution, the healthcare stuff, how much does he bring home net? 50 to 60. What does he have net? Right? What does he have net? What you gonna do with that? And even that type of money too, like, I don't know. For me, I feel like that type of money, that's like coming out of college. Like people who majored in engineering, like tech, this is money coming out of college. But when you get to like you're in your mid 30s, like you're in your mid 30s, you're in your early 40s, and you're making like 50 to 60, no, that's problematic. That's concerning.
Still consider high value men.
No,
because it's not about the money.
Yes, it is. This is America. It's about the money. America is about the money. Yes, it is.
About, again, character. So can a woman with children meet a man with great character who is kind, who is generous, who is financially stable? Yes. When you put it that way,
that's not. All right, sorry you guys. I think something happened to my. Oh my gosh, sorry you guys. Something happened to my internet. Okay, good. I was getting scared. Like, oh, I hope I didn't get a copyright in the name. Okay, I'm back. Y'all see me? My connection was lagging. It was my Wi-Fi. Can you see me now? Is it loading? Okay. I think I'm back. Okay, cool. Sorry. It was my Wi-Fi. It drops a lot. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So what she was let me play it again. Hold on.
Because it's not about the money.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We are in America. Yes. America, everything's about money. Yes, it is. It's not everything is not money, but money matters.
Again, character. So can a woman with children meet a man with great character who is kind, who is generous, who is financially stable? Yes. When you put it that way, it makes no sense to believe that a single mom couldn't. Why wouldn't she be able to meet a man like that? There are a lot of dads. My husband was a dad. He is a dad. He has 2 sons who was looking for whatever he was looking for when he met me.
But that doesn't mean he's a high value man though. And that's the thing. I feel like that's why I said I feel like because she has a husband, maybe her husband does not make six figures. I don't know, right? But I do feel like she wants in her head to believe that her husband is a high value man. So she needs to redefine what a high value man is. But my thing is, your husband, he probably is a good man. He probably is really awesome. Probably is really nice. I think most of us will probably really love him. But he also he knows himself that he's not a high value man. He's a good man. He's a great man, right? But he's not a high value man. If he was put in a very competitive setting, he will not rank really high because he's not a high value man, right? We got to stop giving people consolation prizes. And even the $100,000 mark, right? That's for me. I feel like even 100,000. That's the bare minimum, because when you make 100,000, anybody who makes 100,000, you're not bringing home $100,000 net. So even like six figures, like let's say if somebody makes 100,000 a year, but how much do they bring home a year? Like your gross income is $100,000, but your net check is not 100,000 because you got to pay for your 401k, your state taxes, your federal taxes. You got to pay for Social Security. Got to also pay for your unemployment. Got to pay for this. By the time they take out all these taxes and stuff, how much is $100,000 person really bringing home? Maybe like 70,000 maybe a year. So on paper, you make 100,000, but the money that actually hits your account is probably like what, 70,000? Right? So if somebody makes like 60,000, when they take out all the taxes and stuff, how much are they really bringing home? Like 45, 50,000, right? Because people have to pay taxes, right? Then you have cost of living, So when everything is taken care of, like how much are you really left with to say, oh yeah, I can enjoy myself with this money? Yeah, you see, yeah. So you make 100,000, you make 100,000 gross, right? But your net is really 78,000. You know, that could be your net. So like almost like 20,000 goes to taxes and all that crap. And you only really bring home like 80,000. So you're really making 80,000, right? So if somebody's making 60,000 after all their taxes and stuff, how much are they really left with? That's not enough to take care of a whole family, like a wife and children, plus household expenses. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's like, I'm like, what? You cannot recommend that. Now, if these are two young people in college, like they're seniors in college or like they're taking like summer internships, whatever. Yeah, that's reasonable for them. Like they're college students, like what the heck, right? But within like 2-3 years of graduating college, though, you should be making like somewhere 70, 80, because after taxes, how much you left with? You know, like taxes are real.
Whether or not I had kids or not was not a bad thing. He actually preferred to be with a woman that had children. Now, he preferred to be with a woman who had children that was closer to his kids' age. I have one child that's closer to his two sons' age, and two younger ones that are just much younger than my stepsons. But he wanted to be with a woman with kids because he wanted someone who would be able to understand what it means to be a parent. Somebody who was already in the routine of taking care of someone other than themselves, because it would give him an idea of how he would be taken care of by her. A lot of men think,
or maybe he was looking for a babysitter. Because I'm like, maybe he was looking for a babysitter. So that way, if you already have kids, you're gonna take care of his kid, and he might not have to pay for daycare. I mean, I'm not. I could be full of shit, but I'm like, maybe he's just looking for a babysitter. Like you want to see it as a compliment. I'm like, maybe he's trying to take advantage. Like, well, she not take care of her kid, so you know, because maybe then I can say I want joint custody. Because I'm like, you know, he could have been looking for a babysitter. Because depending how his custody, because that's the thing, you know, I'm not trying to be offensive, right? But me, I'm just like, I am an asshole, and I own that. I can be quite an asshole. But if he has children by somebody else, most likely, if he has joint custody or full custody, he's probably, or the mom has, if the mom has full custody, or they share custody, most likely he's paying child support. Okay. If he can marry someone that can help him to have full custody, it's a plus for him. Right? Or if he can marry someone that can help him to have more days with his child, because, oh no, even when I'm not there, there is a parent or someone who can take care of her, that helps him with his custody case. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, maybe that was also something he considered. I don't know the man, so I can't speak on it. But I'm like, I could see him saying, oh yeah, I want to marry somebody that already has children because that can help me in taking care of my child. And if I have someone who can help me take care of my child, that's less money spent on daycare. That's less money being spent on this, and that. And maybe I can present this to the judge and have an amendment for child support. Because people always have ulterior motives. Okay. People always have ulterior motives. I'm the type of person. I don't look at everything as a compliment. Okay. Because I don't trust people, but that's just me. I don't trust people. So I'll be like, okay, why do you want someone that has kids already? Because you need help with your child. So you're looking for a babysitter. Okay. That's the way I receive it. Not saying that that's how he thinks, but me, I just don't trust people. That's just me.
This. A lot of men can care less if you have kids, but more of what type of woman you are. Are you kind? Are you feminine? Are you in tune with your emotions? Or do you like to be unbothered and act like you don't care about nobody? Are you affectionate? Are you nurturing? Are you loving? Are you supportive? Are you understanding? That is the category, a list of things that they're looking for when they're looking for a wife.
And I think also most men would want somebody who knows how to manage money. I think a lot of men would look for a woman who knows how to manage money and who knows how to control her urges when it comes to spending. Because, money matters. Money matters. Money matters. If a man makes a lot of money, he's most likely going to want a wife who's kind of like mindful of money. Like she's like, okay, I can save. I can, da, da, da. You don't want to make a lot of money and your wife just squanders your money. You will also resent her. I think we have the case of Gail on TikTok, right? If your man makes a lot of money and you're always spending all the money, you spend money even faster than he makes the money, he's also going to resent you. Okay? If a man does not make enough money and the wife has to work, plus take care of the kids, plus take care of the house, she will also resent you. Money matters in a relationship. Money matters in a marriage. We have to stop. Like, we seriously need to stop. There is no romance without finances, okay? Money matters greatly. Making money matters. How you handle the money matters. How you save the money matters. How you invest the money, it truly matters. People start having money problems. I don't care how much they love each other. It's going to be hard. And sometimes people don't make it and it leads to a divorce because they just don't agree on how to handle the money. You understand me? But money matters. Money matters to the man because if he makes a lot of money, he's going to want to make sure that you are grateful. You're not wasteful. Like your mind, it works right. You're not just trying to always compete with people and just spending all the money on foolishness. And you have all these credit cards that they're just crazy. That's going to hurt him because you don't respect money. Vice versa. If you are a man and you don't make enough and your wife doesn't see you try harder, she doesn't see you push yourself, she doesn't see you like do what you're supposed to do with your extra time to make more money to help her and help the children, she's also going to resent you because she'll feel like I'm picking up more of the slack and you're not helping me. And that's going to lead to some problems. And when your wife is crazy, you're not going to have peace in the household. So money matters. Money matters. It really does. People need to stop lying.
Have all of those things and you just happen to be a mom, then you just happen to be a mom. You being a woman with kids is not your sole identity.
But it's a big part.
And until we really realize that, we won't be able to date in the way that we want to. Some people think that a woman who has standards, that's a single mom, has some nerve to have standards because, we're a woman with children, but we have to have standards for the very reason. We've made our mistake, so to speak, with choosing the wrong person. We don't have any more like room to make the same mistakes. So we have to know our values. We have to be, very intentional with our standards. We have no room for error.
And that's why you cannot say that as a mother with children, you are okay with someone who makes $50,000 as long as he's being nice to you. That's a very low standard. That's a very low standard because how are you going to be safe? And then what happens if on top of you having the kid, he wants to have more children with you? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's crazy.
Truly, it's all about perspective because men who make good money, and good money is relative.
Good money is not relative. Stop it. Good money is not relative. Good money is not relative. People know what good money is. It's not relative. Because at this case, like once again, it's giving like consolation prize. Oh no, good money is relative. No, it's not relative. in this day and age in America, people know what good money is. Okay, people know what good money is. Good money is not relative. 50,000 is not good money. Maybe for like I said, somebody who's in a senior, junior in college, like maybe for them that's good enough. But for a woman that has a grown woman with children, 50 grand, 60 grand, it's not good enough. That is not good enough. Because that's the poverty line. That's the poverty line.
100% would have been with the man that made $50,000 a year.
Why? She said, I would have been a man that made $50,000 a year if you
was family oriented, if he was respectful, if he was emotionally intelligent, if he actually wanted to be a dedicated husband.
But my thing is, how can he be a dedicated husband when he's broke? That he's not dedicated to be a husband. Like, that's the whole point of being a husband, is that you understand that you got to go into like higher, like you got to shift gears to be like, yeah, now I'm a father, like now I'm a husband. I got to apply pressure. But you cannot say that you are family oriented and you have your family in the poverty line. No, you don't care about your family. You do not care about your family. That's not possible. You are not family oriented. Because yeah, it's the poverty line. $50,000, that's the poverty line. So he does not care about his family. Not now. Like that's the poverty line. We're about to be poor. We're gonna be poor. And that's very stressful.
Man making $300,000 a year, but just wanted a trophy wife.
But why you can't be a trophy wife? Because you don't want to compete.
For any man making $300,000 a year, but just wanted a trophy wife.
So my thing is this. Okay, y'all, please help me, because I know I'm an asshole. Okay. Yeah, really. She said, like, seriously, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's madness. That's madness. Okay. No, I mean, and that could be the poverty too, because a lot of time when you don't have enough money, you eat like processed food. Okay. But my thing is, y'all tell me. Okay. It's my internet. I think I'm back. You guys see me? Y'all. Mine is like, it's like going low. Do you guys see me?